afternoon from the Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike. I'm Joe Hunt. Coming up tonight, it says 7:30, but it's probably going to be closer to 8 or 8:30. Tennessee and Mississippi State are going to be getting going in the quarterfinals. Elimination game for both teams. The winner is going to go on to take on Vandy tomorrow afternoon in Hoover. That game you can be watched on the SEC network. The NCAA and all the Power 5 conferences have come to an agreement about revenue sharing directly to college athletes. The agreement that was going to be for the House versus the NCAA was just settled, and now the NCAA has to pay more than $2.7 million in back damages over the last 10 years to past and current student athletes. And how are teams getting paid for their likenesses in EA Sports? Well, the team is being paid by what they have done in the AP polls over the last 10 years. So a Tier 1 team like Alabama, Ohio State is getting paid over $100,000. For all your foundation or parent waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home 2-3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Friday edition, which means what, Slay Dog?
Good Friday!
I'll tell you this. We're at Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike in the Rivergate area, right? Is that how we're going to say it? We're at Rivergate?
You got to say you're in the Rivergate area.
Your mic needs juice. When I'm louder than you, we got problems.
A little bit more, Kirsten.
There you go. We're getting there. Hey,
we're in the Rivergate area. That's exactly what you say.
Also, that doesn't mean turn me down because I feel like I'm a little light too. But anyway, Twin Peaks here at Gallatin Pike and Rivergate, and it is packed.
Yes,
dude.
it is.
Like, there are tons of people here. I guess waiting to watch Tennessee and Alabama play softball.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
So that's where we are. SEC baseball tournament we'll talk about, but the NCAA softball super regionals are going on. Tennessee hosting Alabama right now, about to start on ESPN2. And then they'll play again tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Slay Dog. And then if necessary, they'll play Sunday. It's a best two of three as we head toward the NCAA Softball World Series.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Lady Vols, regular Vols.
Regular Vols.
Yeah, all the Vols. Let's go.
So softball super regionals, again, best 2 out of 3. There are 16 teams left, okay? 16 teams left. I still feel a little light on my mic. Am I good, do you think?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm a little light.
There are 16 teams left in the softball portion of what we're doing right now. 7 of the 16 are from the SEC.
Well, let us roll. Oh, yeah, that's it, Kirby. Now I can hear me.
7 of the 16.
7 of the 16.
So all 13 SEC teams got into the NCAA tournament. More than half of them made the Super Regional.
Okay.
And so now we'll see how many of them make the World Series. So in the softball Super Regionals, Tennessee, Alabama, they play each other here in a second. Georgia, Missouri, LSU, Texas A&M, and Florida.
Georgia, Missouri. Say it again.
Georgia, Missouri, LSU, Texas A&M, and Florida.
Okay. What's up, baby? Do it.
He's got a Las Vegas T-shirt on.
Hey, that's a great shirt. That's a direction we need to be headed, especially with the betting I've been making.
Can you believe how many people are in here at Twin Peaks right now?
No, it's packed.
I mean, it's a Friday of a 3-day weekend.
No,
there's no reason to work the entire Friday.
I should have came over and parked by the van because I was circled here 3 times.
I mean, absolutely crazy. All right, here is the Twin Peaks copy from Rich. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
The countdown to Miss Twin Peaks 2024 is on, and voting for Miss Popular is officially live. Head over to MissTwinPeaks2024.com to learn more about the contest and cast your 5 votes. You get 5 votes for your favorite Twin Peaks girl. Gallatin happy hours. Maybe this is why there are a lot of people here.
Okay.
2 until 6 p.m.
Oh, that'll do it.
They're already in it.
That'll do it.
They're already in it. So happy hour going on right now. Drink and appetizer specials. No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, they have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls.
Okay.
That's what they say. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu, second to none. And don't forget about the 29-degree draft beers. It's actually at 28.4 degrees.
That's what I was going to say. Where's our temperature at? You can see it?
28.4 right across the table from
you.
you.
In our face.
It's in your face.
Yeah.
The conference finals tipping off at Twin Peaks. Watch the games, wall-to-wall scenic views, and a round of 29-degree drafts with your crew. Who you got making it through to represent the East and the West? I mean, pretty obvious Boston's going to be there.
Yeah, I think so. I told you, man, that first game they lost, that was the problem right there. That's where like you let one slip away and they were able to gain traction. They didn't play around with them in game 2. Now you got to start talking about injuries and things like that. Different. Boston automatically. This is Minnesota, though.
Minnesota's winning tonight. Go ahead.
I'm agreeing with you.
Right now.
I'm agreeing with you. I felt like they ran out of gas. Also, attention to details. The way they're coached, the connection Finch has with his guys and knowing their temperament, and all of them to a man said, when we watched that film, we didn't pay attention to detail. There was a lot of stuff we didn't do. So I expect them to come out, and honestly, this may be about a 10-point win. Plus Dallas playing with house money.
Yeah, I don't know about the -5.5 part of that.
I do.
But you feel good about it.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Minnesota about to play that D.
All right.
They about to play that D. They're going to play that D. They let 2 guys combine for 60+.
63.
I don't know if that's
63.
I don't know if that's happening again. Man, them film sessions are brutal.
If they want to win, it better not happen.
There you go.
Tennessee and Mississippi State scheduled 6:30 p.m. first pitch, but it'll be later than that.
Why?
Because games run long.
Oh, okay.
You got multiple games in front of you.
What time did the game finish up last night? About 12, 15, 12:30? Later than that?
I was going back and forth between the Vandy game and the NHL. With the double overtime
Edmonton
win.
Edmonton every time. You know what?
I like that team.
I'm telling you, I went against them so long till they finally got it together. Now they can't lose.
So Edmonton took game 1 in Dallas in 2 overtimes last night. Connor McDavid with the game winner. Tonight, the Panthers at Rangers, 7 o'clock ESPN. Florida leads 1-0. Rangers better win.
Yeah.
You can't drop the first 2 at home, man.
No, not at home. You're going to pack it on up and stay at home.
So that's kind of where we are. Ron Slay is here.
I'm in the building. Yeah.
This car ain't got no.
We're in the right place for having no roof. This is like a truck stop to no roofs.
Truck stop for no roof.
Yeah, like where you just put, like if you was a truck driver, you'll be looking for TAs, you'll be looking for pilots, and if you're in a situation like this and your mentality is no roof, this is that stop. Like you can stop you can go all the way out to Cool Springs, you can come to this one. Like this is where you come back and you refuel,
right,
and get your mind together, get you a couple drinks, get you some food, get some nice scenery. You got antlers and stuff on the wall.
Yeah, that is.
But that
nice
ain't even
scenery.
the main thing, though.
They have really big TVs. That's nice.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
I said it's packed in here.
Yeah.
But this place is so massive. When I say it's packed, there's still tables. I mean, come on in.
I'm gonna go stretch all the way out there to the back.
But seriously, there's more than 100 people in here. Easily.
That's easy.
Babs is on her way. I'm gonna give it to Nashville. Traffic, y'all.
They know what to do.
Whoa, and you warned us.
I told you.
I left at 1:50 from the Cool Springs area and got here right before the show started.
It's serious, man.
Hour and 10 minutes.
It's always, man. And guess what? The funny thing about it is, even with all the people that's coming to Nashville, here's some food for thought. Even when it's not traffic, it's always traffic at the split before getting to Trinity Lane. Always.
I
don't care what. I don't know what it is about that.
Always at 65 and 40
right before you about to split. Yep, that's split too.
Downtown from south of the city.
So it's 2 splits, regardless if it's night, day, early morning, whatever it is. It's going to be traffic right there.
And then there was an object in the road going toward Vietnam Vets.
That might have been me dropping the top because I knew I was coming here. I knew what time it was.
So she'll be here momentarily. Again, you can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Thank you. The Evan and Bank chat is open. Again, broadcasting live at Twin Peaks on Gallatin Road.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Mississippi State at 6:30. It is an elimination game. Lose and you're done. win, and you play Vanderbilt tomorrow at 3:30.
I kind of want that now.
And then the championship game on Sunday at 2. Drew Beam, I guess, is going for the Vols.
Good.
That's a normal Saturday starter. Hey, Babsy. She is not happy.
Coming in hot.
She was coming in hot.
Yeah, that's a good one this time, Zeph. I know you love AIs. That's a good one that time, Zeph. It definitely was a meteor.
There she is. She is Dawn
What up,
Davenport.
What up?
And from 3 until 6 o'clock, Dawn Davenport has missed Twin Peaks. I don't know about this vote that everybody's got, but
Where do we go vote at, though?
I told
like a
you
little
it's
website.
the website. It is
Behind the preposition.
MissTwinPeaks2024.com. You have 5 votes.
As long as I don't have to wear those short shorts.
Yeah,
I can't pull those off like
they got it
like
rolling
they
today,
can.
don't they?
Yeah,
Like you used to.
like I used to. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
was going to say, you had to be in them when you was playing.
Twin Peaks evidently has days where the shorts are shorter than normal.
Really?
This is one of those days.
Oh,
Do you see?
Yeah, it's my day. This is lingerie day, I think.
whoa.
Maybe that's why there's so many people.
We got Bab's Prize Closet
Wait,
right
wait,
here
wait,
live
wait,
and direct today.
Wait, are all these people here for that and not us? Is that what's going on here?
Hey, listen, some people call it, it's all in the eye of the beholder, man. Some people say it's a mixture. Some people say it's dead. Some people say it's us. Who knows? I know why I'm here.
What is?
I'm here for them. And us.
Babs, do you have any questions about what's going on here
I was live today.
at Twin Peaks?
See, my
Is
boy's
that a-
gone.
Was that a thong?
I love how people are just randomly yelling at Slay, even though he's got a headset and microphone on.
Huh.
I mean, like baseball players have uniforms.
Babs just slammed the straw down.
Football players have uniforms.
Let's
I guess
get out of here.
I guess
I'm like
this is
seriously
the-
questioning my
I know.
career right now.
It took you an hour and a half to get here.
But look,
Yeah,
look at
hour
your-
and a half.
Look at your friends.
Yeah, just concentrate on us, Babs. That's what I'm doing.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, well now I
think we need to
really
take a
can
break.
say I'm not wearing that.
Well, when
Ever.
you said it, I was like, yeah, probably don't need to wear this.
All right, here we go. 615-737-1045. When
Get
we
it
get
on.
back, the Power 5 have voted. The schools can pay players now. What does that mean for the NIL? There are various opinions about that. We've talked to various people about that as well. Chris Lowe scheduled to join us next to talk about what does that mean. Does that mean the NIL is going away and the schools now control the pay, or is it the schools foundationally can pay any and every one they want, and then the NIL is like extra credit back in school that we always hope to get and never did. All right, that's coming up next. Stay tuned. 3HL broadcasting live from Twin Peaks on Gallatin, Pike, and Rivergate. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Man, I've got a very cool opportunity for you to have some fun that you might not have thought about, and you can get it done this weekend. X Golf is a very, very cool new thing that is in Nashville. There are 2 locations, West Nashville in the Bellevue area and Murfreesboro. PlayXGolf.com is the website. Go ahead and check out what they have to offer there. PlayXGolf.com. You can book your tee time there as well. X Golf, the home of indoor golf in Middle Tennessee. 2 locations, great menus, full bars, the most accurate golf simulator experience in the world. I went and played Pebble Beach in the Bellevue location, brought the course to its knees to the tune of 104. That's what I did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever your skill level, you're going to have a great time, and you can play many, many of the world's most popular courses including Pebble Beach and St. Andrews. Their automatic teeing system, accuracy, and ability to work on your short game and putts are huge differentiators at X Golf. Always 72 degrees and sunny inside X Golf. As I said, they've got a great bar, they've got a great menu, and you can hang out and work on your game or play with the boys. Get that done, have a good time, drink some beer, play some golf. PlayXGolf.com is the website. Book your tee time today at PlayXGolf.com.
Want to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. You might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella. And that's what I found out because I had to redo all my windows in my rental property and then my home as well. And I used Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, and they were amazing. Loved their service, loved the product, loved everything about them. And here's the deal with Pella. Pella's been around since 1925, so they're going to turn 100 years old next year. They've got the lifetime warranties on all of their windows, but here's the beautiful thing about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They also back up their work with a 10-year labor warranty, which is leading in the industry. The staff is in place to support you, the customer, and they are able to do that because of their process of installation. How do they differ from competitors? I'll tell you. Quality of product, craftsmanship, and then obviously the staff at Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They're giving you a deal right now too, 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months. All you have to do is schedule your free consultation. Check out that special at PellaNashville.com.
Do we have Chris Lowe?
Yes, he's ready.
3HL 104.5 The Zone Friday edition. Weekend is here. 3-day weekend for a lot of people. I'm sorry that if you do not have the 3-day weekend, I apologize.
Take off anyway.
Judging by the traffic out there in and around Nashville, everybody has the 3-day weekend.
I'll tell you this, there are a lot of people
weekend.
going 40 east toward that airport. Man, have you seen how long the line is at the airport now from Briley Parkway? You almost have to go to the backside now.
I'll never get off on that exit anymore. I'm always going backside by Hardin Place, coming on down.
Is the hotel open over there at the airport? It is?
Yep.
Man, that might be worth doing. Staying there the day before you travel.
It's pretty cool. And they got the now with valet, when you park, they do the car wash now. So you can get your car washed while you valet now.
Oh.
On the trip, they didn't have that at first.
Well, I remember back in the day, the valet was only like $18 a day. And I remember saying on the air that was the best value of anything in Nashville.
Ain't been the same since. yeah, exactly, yeah.
So is it my fault that
it's
now double?
38 now? What is it?
Yeah, it's like double.
38? What's valet?
Here's the thing about valet.
A lot.
Yeah,
it's so
34,
handy
32.
at the airport, and traveling is like the most stressful thing you can freaking do outside of like buying a house or going to a funeral or something like that.
Okay.
But like seriously,
Or a wedding.
Traveling is so stressful that they could charge anything and I would pay it.
Yeah,
Really?
To be able to sit on the plane when you land back in Nashville and
let 'em
text
know it's
them
there.
to have the car ready, and you just walk out and there it is, and you're gone in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
On the busy airport times, like it's definitely worth
no
it.
question.
But like other than that, there's a lot of short-term parking.
Guess what? I know a
long-term
sneaky
parking
spot.
there.
I just ain't going to tell nobody.
Yeah, don't do what Mayor did.
I tell everything.
Nah, man.
Maybe you could get like if you're an athlete, you can get like an NIL valet at the airport.
Hey.
Chris Lowe joins us now. We've got all kinds of questions. So the Power Five, basically, let me give you like a little update on what's going on. The Power Five voted to enable the schools to pay players. Okay? So there have been various things that we've seen all over the place. Like Bab sent us something today that said that's going to knock out NIL. And I was like, I heard the opposite. I heard that this is going to be a foundational piece for schools to be able to pay players that maybe don't get NIL deals and just kind of foundationally pay everyone. And then the NIL is on top of that. Chris, what are you hearing?
Well, I would say, first and foremost, it's not just an extracurricular activity. I'd say we all agree with that, right? That, it hasn't been for a long time. No, I don't think collectives are going anywhere.
Okay.
Now, will it look different? Will there be a different? I still there's so many questions. I know everybody wants answers, and we're all sort of scrambling to find out answers. The honest answer to that is, I don't think we're going to know for a while until everything shakes out. I think the president of Notre Dame, John Jenkins, said it best earlier today when he said this is just a temporary. I think he said temporary stability. This new model. There's still going to be more court cases. There are going to be other questions to be answered down the road. Listen, schools are not going to quit all of a sudden trying to gain an advantage.
Right.
We all know what the oldest occupation in the world is. What's the oldest pastime when it comes to college athletics? Cheating, or trying to find a way to gain an advantage. And whether collectives become that arm to sort of maybe provide bonuses or more money, that the sharing, what is it, $22 million now or $20 million that each school is allowed to pay its athletes per year. I think collectives, again, it's going to be different everywhere. And will schools bring in collectives in-house? I think that's a question, Brent, that we don't know. I'll say this, when you look at it from a tax deduction standpoint, so if you're worth, 40 or 50 million like Slay, and you're trying to find a way to write off some of that money, if you give it to a school, then that is tax deductible. If you give it to a collective right now, the way the laws are written, that is not tax deductible. I also think that the big question in all this is going to be Title IX.
Yeah.
How will schools deal with Title IX bylaws? And if a collective is not in-house with a university, then it's probably going to be easier to sort of navigate around some of the Title IX bylaws if you're a collective bringing in money and you're not under that umbrella of a university. Whereas if you are, then you're subject to the same Title IX bylaws, regulations that any university would be. So, again, still some answer. I mean, a lot of answers that are hanging out there in the balance. I would say that this is just a start. Here's my big question that no one can answer. Who's to say that when we get out here and the $20 million is what it is, that athletes don't decide, you know what, we're going to go to court again. We don't feel like that's enough. We want we want an entire collective bargaining agreement like they have in the NFL.
Yeah.
And we want someone representing us. And if there's going to be a cap, let's do it every 3 or 4 years where we're not going to be capped at this amount. So I bet you there are going to be more billable hours along the way. There are going to be more court cases. And I go back again to John Jenkins, the Notre Dame president's statement. I think this is just for now being sort of a temporary stability where we are. At least it's a start. At least there's a model out there. At least we're sort of quit kicking the can down the road, which they have for 15 or 20 years now, and athletes are going to start getting paid from the university. But I certainly don't think all the loopholes and all the questions have been answered.
So in terms of Title IX, do you think there's a scenario where, like, it's got to be an equal budget, men, women?
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be. And
right.
And again, who's to say that football players that are driving this engine and are generating all these millions of dollars don't say, wait a minute, that's not right. So you mean the player on the women's tennis team is going to make the same as me, and I'm a quarterback, and we're bringing all this money? No, we're going to go back to court. I mean, I think there's situations like that. That's why I said, Brent.
Which I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure. And I do too. Darn. Which is why I said your first question was about collectives, Brent. I think collectives in a lot of different ways are going to be able to hang around because of that. If you're a collective and you're able to sort of pay quote unquote bonuses to the quarterback, to your edge pass rusher or your big time receiver, and you're not a part of the university, then you're not necessarily bound to pay those same bonuses to the women's tennis player or the women's soccer player.
Yeah.
So talking about collectives, you've opened Pandora's box with regard to these collectives that are outside the control of the university. I don't know how you go, like, I don't know how you put the toothpaste back in the tube. You know what I mean?
I don't think you can. That's why I said at the outset of the conversation, I don't think they're going away completely. Will they look different? Will it be easier for college leaders to quote unquote, and I know that people hate this word, to regulate or put some guidelines in the way some of these things are enforced? As I was reading through some of the documentation, I still chuckled at some of the things that are out there that it has to be true NIL now. Pardon my French, but what the hell is true NIL?
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
You know, it's paying a kid. I don't care if he's a great football player, basketball player. I mean, look at what's going on right now with some schools close to home. There's large sums of money to get that player to come play for your program. Now, is that true NIL or is that just paying players? And I'm not saying that's good or bad,
right,
but you tell me what true NIL is, because no one's been able to explain that to me in such a way that I know what the hell they're talking about.
That's dead on. It's so. I mean, I couldn't agree more. I don't.
Absolutely.
And how does this affect though that like recruits out of high school or portal guys? Do you know what I mean?
And Dawn, the portal question. I'm glad you asked that because I still think there's a lot of questions around that. You know, is there a mechanism or will there be a mechanism in place? And all this still has to be approved, you know, by the plaintiffs and by their attorneys. You know, and then you still have to sort of figure out what the model looks like in the end. But is there a mechanism in place in this new model to where if you do transfer from school A to school B, or you come to school A from high school and you're going to get paid whatever, you know, $1 million or $800,000, that you have a 2-year obligation to stay at that school?
Yeah.
And I think the same goes for the transfer portal. See, I was talking to a coach the other day about this. To me, the easiest thing in the world, everybody talks about, well, coaches leave and come all the time, and they do. Okay, they do. I mean, you look at the number of money, the number of dollars have been spent in the last however many years to pay coaches just to go away and be fired. I saw one figure well over $200 million, something ridiculous like that.
Crazy.
But I think the easiest way to fix that is to say, well, this coach, if you're playing out of school where a coach leaves to go to another job or gets fired or there's a coaching change, then you ought to have the ability to go wherever you want to go. I think that's fair. Now, is that going to fix everything? No. But I think that is one response to how do you keep all the player movement from just being as crazy as it's been to this point.
Man, it's going to be wild.
It is going to be wild.
I mean, it's already wild, wild west. At least this is a step in some kind of direction.
Yeah, it's some movement, and I agree, Dawn.
Right.
I think it's again, I don't think though it's the answer to everything that's out there. It's creating this chaos by any stretch of the imagination, but at least it's something for right now.
And they're using the words revenue sharing, which I think is dangerous because, like, if you really want to dive into revenue sharing, you're going to come up with way more than $20 million per Power 5 school.
Bingo. And where is
right?
Exactly. And everybody that's in the Power, I guess the Power 4 really now, or in FBS, is not like everybody else. I mean, what $20 million to Ohio State is different than what it is to Oregon State or Vanderbilt or Boston College.
Right.
It's just different. It's apples and oranges. And I think that's where who can really sort of hang, pardon the expression there's some things I really don't like about what I've read to this point. And I don't claim to know everything. There's still a lot of reading and a lot of education for me. But when you start looking at some of what this does to scholarship numbers, I think it's going to be good for sports like baseball because right now it's 11.7 scholarships.
Yes, exactly.
When you've got 30 to 35 players on a team, and that's ridiculous. A sport to have to share that. But for football, I tell you where I think this hurts the most. The two areas I think this hurts the most and stinks is I think you're going to see fewer walk-ons in football with this rule because I think they're going to tweak the number of players that are going to be on a football team, scholarships, et cetera, and they're going to take off cap, which means basically everybody on a football team is going to be a scholarship football player. Now, will collectives be able to help, which I think you've already seen this happen, sort of fudge a little bit and give some money to bring some other guys in that aren't on scholarship? Possibly. The other thing I think is going to hurt, and this will potentially affect our Olympic teams, this country's Olympic teams, is I think you're going to see some Olympic sports cut. I think there's just going to be no way around it. Maybe not at the biggest, highest revenue producing schools, but I think in some other schools in Power 5, the ones that don't generate the cash, than Ohio State or Texas, those type of teams do, I think you're going to see some revenue sports go by the wayside. Non-revenue sports, Olympic sports go by the wayside.
And I hate that.
That's tough right there.
I mean, that's
tough.
Less opportunity for our youth out there,
Right, but more of an opportunity for maybe the non-Power 5 to excel in those Olympic sports and get athletes that they normally wouldn't get. Right, because
that's the point.
Those athletes are still out there, but maybe Western Kentucky suddenly has the best track team in college sports. I don't know. So in terms of college football, one of the thoughts out there is that you may see it go from, and you were kind of hitting on this a little bit, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chris Lowe from ESPN.com with us. Could you see a scenario where you go from, like, Josh Heupel the other day told us they still don't have 85 scholarship players on the football team. Could you see it go to, like, 65 because of, like, the Title IX requirements and you got to even everything out and all of those things?
Well, I don't rule anything out, Brent. I have a hard time seeing football take a back seat. I think football is going to be fine. I really do. I think that's the golden, that will be, again, what drives everything. It has forever. It will continue to be athletic department. So I don't see football taking a hit. Now, again, we may see it tweak the number of scholarships. Like if everybody, let's say your football team, right now you can have, 120 players in the roster, I think, in football. Does it go to, okay, you can only have 85, but all those are scholarship players?
Yeah.
It is sort of what I was talking about a minute ago as far as walk-ons. Listen, when you go down roads like this, there's always unintended consequences that you don't see, that none of us see right now, that 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 2 years from now we will see. But this is what I want to emphasize the most with you guys with this segment is anybody who thinks this is an end all and it's going to regulate everything and you're not going to have this school or that school or this collective or this group sort of trying to run end arounds to figure out a way to, pay this guy or this recruit or this transfer more money, you're sadly mistaken because that's going to continue to happen. I mean, it's been going on. What the old stories about Herschel Walker showing up on his front porch, his mom's house. There was a new washer and dryer every day, some type of new appliance. There's going to always be some version of that. And I have a hard time believing that with this model, all of a sudden that the NCAA, and maybe it's a new entity, that the NCAA is really going to have the teeth to enforce some of this. I just don't see it. You got to make me see it to believe it at this point.
Chris Lowe, ESPN.com, trying to give us some background as to what this new agreement means. Thank you, Chris. Great stuff, man. Appreciate
it, Lowe.
Okay, guys. Take care.
All right. If you want in your opinion about all this, 615-737-1045. Chris saying, I don't think collectives are going anywhere. Has nothing to do with that, in his opinion. Notre Dame president saying this is temporary stability. What do you think? So the colleges, the Power 5 universities are going to sprinkle money all over the place. They're going to have a budget. There's going to be Title IX implications involved. Where does that put the NIL? Is that extra credit based on like a kind of a model that we all went through, even if we didn't play major college athletics? 615-737-1045, 615-737-1045. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, Joe Hunk is here, Eggy Bop is here, Kirby is here, broadcasting live from Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike at Rivergate, 615-737-1045.
Those guys are the best. And let me tell you what the best is when it comes to outdoor lighting. That would be Bob Lyons and his company and team over there at Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville. Maybe you've been thinking, okay, we really want to enjoy, our deck or our patio or our backyard, but it is too dark. Well, light up your night with Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville. They can do festival lights, path lights, wall washing, tree lighting, area lighting. They came into my backyard and put up lights in our little pavilion area because it was too dark under there. And it was amazing to watch them work, and we love the effect of all of it. Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville, been around for over 38 years and have been making homes stunning with landscape lighting since 1986. How about that? They are on top of the latest LED lighting, including full range color and warm white lighting. They do it all, whatever you need. They even do full service holiday and event lighting too, and commercial lighting, by the way. So easy to get in touch with them. The best way is just go check them out online. outdoorlights.com/Nashville. Give my friends at Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville a call.
What's happening, people? Ron Slay coming with Wesley Mortgage. I got it to come to your door and bring it right to your doorstep without ringing your doorbell. Just open it up, because me and Chuck McDowell are sitting there right there waiting to let you know, man, Nashville natives who care about the community and proud to serve them. They reinvest in the people and the places that make Nashville such a wonderful place. That's why Chuck McDowell is spearheading this with Wesley Mortgage, to get people back into the mortgage company and to the mortgage business. When you got a team that's already rapidly expanding in Nashville, keeping people in the working career that they love, and they would love to have you join the team, all you have to do is go to whywesley.com. Don't hesitate. Think about it for a second, but don't hesitate. Nothing wrong with it, I promise you. Chuck and the leadership team at Wesley Mortgage have a support system already in place to help you succeed in the mortgage business, ensuring loans close on time, making sure you get paid, giving back to the time where you can build your business and still be associated with the Titans Music City Grand Prix. You got to go and more. whywesley.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone Friday edition, pre-Memorial Day weekend. Man, I wish the weather was going to be better. Talking about strong storms on Sunday.
Monday's not too bad. I think it's just cloudy.
I think it's just going to be spotty, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a washout like we thought all week.
But it could dog you if you're getting on the grill. So people that grill,
You got to watch out.
get your necessities right. You know what I mean? Little baby umbrella, cooler baby towel, cooler baby beverage.
How about a golf umbrella, like a real big umbrella?
I got one.
Yeah.
I thought a little baby umbrella worked too, because you don't know if you want to just stay out there.
You could get one of those umbrella hats.
No, then you're like a little carnival. Like, that's not what we're trying to do.
You put Babs in a clown suit yesterday. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
I heard that on the way home. Like some of the things I don't hear while we're doing the show, and then I hear it on the way home.
Sometimes they're subtle.
Oh, here we go again. Keep them over there. Keep them over there. I got grilled chicken.
I got it.
Grilled chicken.
Well,
I did
Hunt
not get anything healthy.
Listen,
I
listen.
got
Can I
fried
steal,
cheese
good.
balls.
Can I steal your word, lady? Why are you getting cheese balls?
I think they're good, though. I think they're good.
They're so good.
They are so good. But
Unfortunately, they're good.
no, and the meatballs are good too. But the one in Twin Peaks got tater tots. They ain't got tater tots here.
Oh, yeah, the other Twin
Yeah,
Peaks does.
You mean the one at
tater
Cold
tot-
Springs?
Yeah, what did I say?
The one in Twin Peaks.
That's even realer.
Well, these are amazing.
Those are
It's just
good.
fried cheese goodness with ranch for one of them and then marinara for the other.
The Twin Peaks Cool Springs show was memorable.
Yes.
Why?
It was March Madness.
It was a good time. That was a good
That's
time.
right.
Yeah. Today, 77 is the high, 69% rain.
Appreciate that. Big dog. You the man. Go Balls! You heard him.
Oh, here we go.
I'm talking about from the soul, too. That's where that came from. That's what I'm talking about, man. 104.5 The Zone listeners out here.
Saturday, 85.
Lady Balls are losing.
Yeah,
I'll get to
Babsy.
it. Hang on. We're all over the place. Let's deal with the weather first.
Everybody saw it, Babsy.
We're always all over the
Yes,
place.
but let me go back and fill in the blanks. 85 degrees tomorrow, 54% chance of rain.
Yeah, that ain't high.
Sunday, 89 degrees, 38% chance of rain.
Oh, that's getting better.
Yeah, that's all right.
Getting better.
The Babsy pool might be open.
Yeah.
Monday, 82 degrees, 36% chance
Definitely
of rain.
Babsy pool open. Without anything under 35%, we in Babsy pool.
So the rain on Saturday and Sunday, now that I dig in, scattered thunderstorms is what it says.
I wish we could select where we wanted to scatter.
I keep telling you this. Somebody told me Taylor Swift controls the rain.
No.
Oh, for the
We ain't
love
giving
of-
Taylor. We done gave Taylor enough now.
And then somebody else told me China has figured out how to control the weather.
No, Dubai.
Dubai controls the weather.
Yes.
They flooded, though. Why would
I
they do
know.
that?
Yeah, get it all out.
Because this
was
is
broke.
what happens when you mess with
Yeah. The switch broke
Nature
on
and
them.
God and whatever.
So left it alone.
Yeah.
Left it alone. Hey,
Well,
I did
leave
have,
that alone,
I
man.
had a question though. I wanted to ask CeeLo, so I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
what?
But I'm
you
asking-
didn't ask him.
I
Yeah,
know.
but we'll
'Cause
answer.
It was
Me
too
and Babs
much.
got you.
Yeah,
it
we'll
was too much.
answer.
Like he was on the road too. I couldn't stop that.
Okay. What's
this
your
is
question?
my thing. So when we end up going to super conferences, right?
Yeah.
And all of that power goes
That's
there.
all that this is doing.
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
shifting to
They're
it.
continuing to lay the foundation to
Absolutely.
go elsewhere.
So
All right.
my thing is, the people that make all of this messy is the agents
Yeah.
and the people that buffer between the collectives and the players.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, and that's look at the lawsuit,
Right,
right?
absolutely.
On Billy Napier,
Absolutely.
and that's a
Bingo.
problem.
So look how messy they got. So
Yeah.
at what point does the school say, since they're in the super conference, we deal with agents of the collective, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's where they're going because
But how much power does that take out of the players' hand too, though? Because this would
a
that's
lot, but they still have options. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think life is about options. And
With
as
no
many
question.
options as possible. So I think the move today, and if you haven't seen, so the Power 5 decided that the Power 5 schools will be able to play players, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so then there was a debate. Well, does that eliminate NIL? No. That's why we had Chris Lowe on,
Right.
to have you guys hear from him and not just us, that that's what's going on. And so foundationally, they're going to lay the foundation of paying players at the schools, and then NIL comes up over the top of that. So moving forward, what does that mean? The schools are going to want to put it out there that they want to have control over all of this stuff, and they want to have control over the NIL. The reality of the situation, as I said to Chris, is the toothpaste is already out. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I think what's going to happen is you're going to go to the super conferences. You're going to have the super conference schools paying players, right? And there's going to be Title IX involved, which makes it equitable for female athletes and all these things. You're going to lose some of the Olympic sports at Power 5 schools.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you lose Olympic sport athletes that are elite. They're just going to go to smaller schools, right? Like, and it really doesn't matter. Like, they're trying to get to the Olympics. It doesn't matter if they're at, Lemoyne Ryan or whatever, or Western Kentucky or Purdue or Illinois or whomever. And so I think moving forward, I think the NCAA, or not the NCAA, they have nothing to do with any of this moving forward. I mean, they're
X'd all the way out now.
They're hanging on a tree with the rope around their neck. That's what's happening right now. They're just waiting for the plank to be lowered beneath their feet. So I think the schools will want to be in concert with the collective companies, and they would prefer that there's only one per school, right? Spire is Tennessee. They don't want others popping up necessarily, and that way they can feel like they have some control over it when they really.
And this is $20 million only for the Power 5 schools, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I have another. How much do you think this is affecting fundraising for the stadium renovations, the new weight room, the new?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Let's
now
talk about that when we come
Yeah.
back.
That's good right there.
I think about it all the time because
you're
your
a
program
donor-
is only as good as your facilities and what you have, right?
So if you're a donor, do you want your money going toward facilities or do you want your money going toward
Players.
Yeah.
let's do this. We have opened the phone line, 615-737-1045.
That's
Before we break, let's talk about Chris. Let's talk to Chris in Lewisburg about the NCAA settlement. Chris, you're up. What's up?
Hey, guys. I just wanted to ask your opinion about the settlement in regards to the Group of 5 schools, because the settlement says that the Group of 5 schools are responsible for 60% of this funding, which is absolutely ridiculous in and of itself. How are Group of 5 schools going to survive this mess without breaking away completely from the rest of FBS? And I'll hang up and listen and let you guys talk about that.
Thank you, Chris. All of this coming down today, I haven't had the chance to talk with anyone about how this is going to affect the Group of 5. We will, over the course of the weekend, investigate this fully and come up with a more hardcore
good
opinion
stuff, man,
about all of this on Tuesday. But, yeah, that is a very important question as to how this affects Group of 5 for sure. But, I mean, that's been the question ever since we've talked about conferences and super conferences and all this. And look, man,
I got an idea.
The ACC is hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about Power 5, you're about to have Power 2.
And those teams won out.
You're
Yes,
about
they
to have
do.
a Power 2. Like, that's where this is headed. You've got a question that you want to talk about. Babs wants to talk about in terms of being a booster, donor, whatever you want to call it. How do you allocate your money, facilities or athletes, and how is that sold, let's say, for lack of a better term, from the university people? Development is what they call it. We'll talk about that when we come back. Again, if you want in, add your name to the list. We will take a ton of phone calls today, 615-737-1045. The reason is we need to talk about this through this with you. 615-737-1045. Broadcasting live at Twin Peaks, Gallatin, Pike, and Rivergate. This is 3HL.
Summer is here. Kids running around, outdoor activities, lawn care, pool parties. You know, summer is for the outdoors, and maybe your garage or your outdoor storage space is a mess. The landing place for what a mess, as Baby Bab says. And all the things you don't want in your home are then in your garage. Maybe it's dirty shoes, outdoor toys, tools, and more. Well, guess what? Artisan Custom Closets can help you transform any of those spaces, help you say goodbye to clutter, help you say hello to affordable custom storage solutions that are made to suit you, your style, and your budget. I had Artisan Custom Closets come out and do my garage for me a couple of years ago. Love it. Best thing I ever did. And this is how it works. They came out, they said, what do you want to stay in this garage? What do you want covered? What do you want to be easily accessible? We measured everything, went through it. They gave me my plans in a 3D form. I added some, took it away so that I could stay within my budget. And then they came out and installed it in less than a day, and it was amazing. They can do the same for you. Closets, pantries, laundry rooms, home offices, playrooms, garages, you name it. They do it at Artisan. ArtisanCustomClosets.com is the website. Give them a call. Artisan, 615-800-2199.
Good afternoon from the Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike. I'm Joe Hunk. As the NCAA has said that they're going to have to pay some money to some student athletes, past and current student athletes, after the House versus the NCAA case was finally put to rest. And this was all related to antitrust lawsuits that were coming out. Players that have played in the last 10 years and current athletes are going to be paid money by the NCAA during this. Speaking of getting paid money, EA Sports has dropped the tiers that it takes for them to pay every single school for their name, image, and likeness. And if you are one of the best teams in college football over the last 10 years, you will be getting close to $100,000. That's being the Georgias, the Alabamas, the Ohio States of the world. And Tennessee and Mississippi State going to be going tonight, roughly 7:30. You'll be able to watch that game on the SEC Network. The winner of this one will go on to face Vandy tomorrow afternoon in the semis for a chance at the SEC Championship. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air Friday before a 3-day weekend for a lot of people. We appreciate you being with us. Make sure you spread the word about 3HL and 104.5 The Zone. Broadcasting live today from Twin Peaks at Gallatin Pike. Slay and I call it Rivergate.
And we call it Gallatin Road.
And we call it Gallatin Road. That's right.
So
Like Dickerson.
the address
Dickerson Road,
is
yep.
Nashville.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was Madison.
It's Rivergate.
Somebody said it was
But
Goodlettsville. I'm like,
what's
I don't even
funny
know
about-
where I'm going.
Goodlettsville a little further on down.
So Babs called me and she was like, I'm nervous. I think I took a wrong turn. And I said, and you said that it was Nashville. And I said, well, on Waze, it has it as Madison.
Yeah.
Same address. So,
I thought I was going, and then I did take a wrong turn. And once you
In
go the
Albuquerque.
wrong way
I know,
on
yeah.
a
Tough-
interstate thing, you're just
Tough to
screwed.
get back.
Isn't that what Bugs Bunny did? He took the wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
Is that what
I think he
happened?
was looking
That's
for
what
Jordan.
happened.
That's a terrible feeling too when you take a wrong turn, especially on an interstate.
Yes, because it's not easy. Like when you take the east instead of west or something.
That'll mess you up.
So what happened was
What had happened was
you weren't a part of this show. You were doing your sideline stuff. So we had the show in Bowling Green at DBAT.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And it's on an access road, which is next to the interstate. So the GPS misfired on that.
and
And
thinks
so-
that you're on that,
So I
right?
end up on the interstate not only going the wrong direction, but also seeing DBAT right there. And I'm like,
Can't
man,
get there.
if I could just slow down, get off on the right, go through the grass, go through the chain link fence, I'd be there in 2
If I could
seconds.
only get over
Wah,
there.
wah, wah.
2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Yep.
Instead, I got to go get on whatever parkway and then turn around. It was a mess. But anyway, yeah, Nashville, I tell you, you're on your traffic game today, that's for sure. The Friday before.
Probably a lot
Memorial
of
Day.
people in cars right now traveling too. So good to have you with us
Yes,
today.
thank you.
2151 Gallatin Pike North in Madison is what it says.
Yeah,
See
it
that?
says Madison.
The countdown to Miss Twin Peaks 2024 is on, in all caps, is what Rich writes. And voting for Miss Popular is officially live. Head over to MissTwinPeaks2024.com to learn more about the contest and cast your 5 votes. Babsy, you get 5 votes for your favorite Twin Peaks girl.
I want to know if I'm in on it.
So is it just looks? Is it? I mean,
That's why
what
I
plays
need-
into this?
Like
That's why I
serving
need to be the
ability.
judge.
Serving ability
How
or
cold the beer is when it gets to
personality?
you. Yeah.
That's why I should be
Does
a
that
judge.
all add in? I don't know. We'll have to ask who's our girl.
Shay?
Shay and Slay.
Yeah,
Shay.
Shay, Slay has something to ask you. Where'd you go?
Oh, she just asked if
She'll be
we
back.
were good.
Oh, well.
Gallatin.
Oh, well.
Now, this says Gallatin happy hours are 2 to 6 p.m.
See?
See that? Yeah,
So are
that,
we in
We're
Madison
just all
or Gallatin?
over the place.
No.
This is why we're confused right now.
man, we out here in Rivergate, in Nashville.
Rivergate. Rivergate.
Yeah.
Rivergate Mall was right there.
Yeah, it's still right there.
I mean, it is right there.
Like, they ain't tore it down
They
there.
still got the carpet in there?
Yes. Still in there.
Does it still look like 1988 in there?
Still weird in there.
Look, there's a Vol shirt.
Go Vols.
So Tennessee is playing softball in the Super Regionals, and they have taken it off the televisions here. Now I can't see. They were losing 2-0 to Alabama.
Yeah, maybe they felt like they were jinxing it.
I see it over there.
They were jinxing it.
So they took it
I think
down.
it's 3
Get it
now.
Let me continue. This is Rich's copy. No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, they have everything from tequila cocktails and extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls.
Okay.
That's how you do your bourbon, don't you?
Big ice balls, yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I love them.
I think that's what they mean.
That's why we had to buy a certain fridge that doesn't fit. in
Yeah,
my
so
kitchen.
is.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It makes the ice ball.
Sorry,
Yep.
Travis. I didn't mean to bring that
Oh,
up.
I got to give it. No, I'm glad you brought
Why
it.
you got to bring up old stuff?
I got to get
Does
over
it
there.
work well? Does it produce ice balls?
Yes,
It works
but
well.
it still doesn't fit. And guess what?
if it
There's
does-
still that
doesn't fit.
baseboard that was dug out to squeeze that fridge in. Guess what? That still isn't repaired. Shocker.
And this was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Not a big deal, Babsy.
It was.
Hey,
and you
that's
know
a-
what I said?
listen.
Listen, now that it's all jacked up, I need a brand new kitchen. We
Yeah.
just need to tear it all down.
I think that's true.
Redo it all so the fridge will fit.
I'm on board with it.
Hey, if the fridge fits, you must have quit. I was trying to get to that joke.
Couldn't
You
get to
keep
it.
giving me opportunities. There's your girl. Slay dog.
Shay, we need to know what
Oh, Shay's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
what do we need to know? We need to know about the Miss
Twin Peaks, Miss Twin Peaks.
Miss
so
Tw-
is
Miss Twin
everybody
Peaks.
a part of it? Like, who does it have to do with? Oh,
Give her-
she
give her the
doesn't want
microphone.
it.
She doesn't want it.
We need to know, does Miss Twin Peaks, what does it include? Like, how do we vote for it? What, like,
Put the mic around your mouth at
what
least.
makes
Well, put the mic on you.
She said don't put
Shay
me-
said, don't
doesn't
put me
want
on
on.
there. Say,
Shay's out.
well, y'all come up here and vote for Shay. That's what we're going to do. How about that?
Now she's asking Eki Bob what we're talking
No.
about. That's not going to work well.
Ekebob has no answer. Ekebob is not even making eye contact when he's talking to me.
Well, he actually questioned that to me and Dawn during the break. Didn't he?
Yep. All right, let's get let's
Should we go back to the
let's
phones and,
NIL
like,
it.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Here we go, Slay Dog.
Miss Twin Peaks was here.
Oh,
Danny.
Danny.
Yep.
She already left.
She's running for it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so there's one at each location. Okay.
Oh, there we go. See,
okay.
that's what we were trying to get.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Listen,
okay.
We're not trying.
I
We're
missed
not. We're not trying to leave you out, Cool Springs.
Yeah.
You got a shot at this.
Y'all can fight for it.
Danny. That's
still-
who you need to
Danny.
vote
We
for.
still don't know what goes into it.
No.
It doesn't matter. It needs
don't
to
even
be
matter,
somebody from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well, from
One of these
until
locations.
6 o'clock, Dawn Davenport is Miss Twin Peaks.
That's right.
Hey, there
All
we
right,
go.
615-737-1045.
I ain't wearing thongs though. It's lingerie day here at
It
Twin
is lingerie day.
Peaks.
Yes,
I'm
it
a
is.
little, a
Babs.
little out of my comfort zone. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, it is.
I think we
Babs.
all are.
No, I'm fine.
No, you're
No,
good.
Slay's good.
I'm having a ball in here.
All right, let's.
Eggy Bob is definitely out of his comfort
Yes,
zone.
he is.
Yes.
I think he's looked at the ground the entire day.
Yes, he's like, can I look? That's what he said.
All right, so we're talking about NIL.
Right,
Yep.
you had a question. So, all right, so if you're just tuning in,
Let's do our calls and then we'll hit my question.
Yeah.
well, but we need to set this up again, and
Okay.
we got a few minutes. But anyway, like, aside from the frivolity and the hijinks that are going on, the Power 5 schools today said all those Power 5 schools will pay players. Okay, so what does that look like? There's a budget. $20 million is the number that's been tossed about. What does that look like in terms of Title IX? Does that mean you're splitting it down the middle? Like male athletes get this amount, female athletes get this amount, so $10 million, $10 million. Is that used as a foundational piece with the NIL above it, or is the NIL gone? What we've heard is, despite what people are putting out there real quickly, that the NIL isn't going anywhere.
All right.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, I keep saying. And so
Which is true.
the NIL is going to be a bonus to whatever this is, all right? So that's kind of where we are. You had a question. What does that mean in terms of, like, from a development standpoint? If I'm raising money at a university, how do I raise money with a donor, where's it going? To facilities, athletes, like all those things. So I think ultimately it'll be like anything else you sell. You have options, right?
Yep.
As a donor.
But it's got to hurt those campaigns.
Right, and you want to kind of shape that as a university, right? Because you want ultimately to end up with a certain percentage here, a certain percentage here. But, like, if I'm a donor and I want to put, like CPA, for example, and I want to put my money to go toward athletics, that's where I wanted to go. If I wanted to go toward academics, that's where I wanted to go. Whatever. Like, they give you options, and that's an example. 615-737-1045. We want to get you guys in here and let you run with this. And let's do this. Let's go to David in Nashville next up on 3HL. David, what's up?
David, you there?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, how are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going to throw this up. You ready?
Right. Yep.
All this is giving Nick Saban a job to be a commissioner in the NCAA.
I don't even know if it's commissioner. I think it might be, and maybe this is what you mean by that, maybe the head of all of it.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I don't know that he wants that necessarily, but I think he would be one of the first people approached if there was like a super conference, to your word, commissioner. I could see him running the whole thing. I could.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I think that's a
already
fair
hates
point,
him.
David.
So that's my thought. Go Vols. We're going to beat
Go
the
Vols,
Dogs
baby.
today.
Let's get it. Spank them up.
Yeah, Tennessee scheduled first pitch scheduled at 6:30, but it'll be later than that. 6:30 Central Time. It'll be later than that down in Hoover, Alabama. And I think all the Power Five got so Kentucky's still there, Tennessee's still there. Like I think you're going to see Vanderbilt's hot.
Yep.
Vanderbilt's hot, so watch out for that.
Yep.
Like that would be my choice to win it, based on what we've seen so far. But I think now you're at a point where Tennessee and Kentucky are going to run their rotations, and they're going to do what they can to win. If they don't, I think they're fine. They'll worry about the regionals next week, get their pitching rotation set up. But I think now is a good time. If you haven't tuned into the SEC baseball tournament, I think now everybody that's left's trying to win it. 615-737-1045. Let's do this. Let's take a break, and then when we come back, Michael, Neil, if you want in, 615-737-1045. What do you think about this? The Power 5 electing to pay all of their players from the university. What does that mean for the NIL? Your thoughts, 615-737-1045.
All right, time to be proactive, not reactive. But if you happen to be reactive, then we just have a portable generator waiting on you. But if you can get proactive, you got an opportunity to go, not only get you a nice Generac automatic standby generator from Cove Generators, but along with that, get a new 10-year warranty upgrade. Over $1,000 value, people. You've got to hit them up. Talk to Generator Dave. Who is it, Babsy?
Cove Generators.
That's exactly who it is.
Cove.
Who is it, Babs?
Cove. Generator Dave. Yes, you mentioned that new 10-year warranty upgrade over $1,000 value if you purchase a Generac automatic standby generator. Plus, why don't we just add an extra $500 off?
Nice.
Okay. All you have to do is tell them you heard about them on The Zone from Dawn and Slay, or Babs and Slay, 3HL, and boom, extra $500 off your project. Financing is available. It's more affordable than you think, and Cove Generators can help you out. All you have to do, give them a call, 931-559-3311. Go to covegenerators.com and never lose power again.
Cove. Stay connected to it all.
Cove.
Dickens Surf and Landscape Supply, that is where you need to go. These guys are ready to help you create the best yard in the neighborhood. And this is the weekend to get it done. You can dodge the showers and get out there in your lawn. DickinsSupply.com is the website. Trey Hartsook here with more. Trey, what's up?
Brent, what's up? Hey, man, I'm going to tell you what's going to be going on a lot this weekend. There's going to be one or two things happening. You're either going to be really glad that you came into Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply and you've been on top of your turf planting, your yard's looking really good, maybe have some people over for a cookout, and people are going to say, hey, man, you got really nice grass. How do you do it? You just tell them you came to Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. Or maybe you're not going to have that. Maybe you're going to look at your lawn and go, wow, we could really get this place tuned in. That's what we need to do. We need to get the lawn whipped into shape, and it's not as hard as you might think. Just come into Dickens Supply, talk to us about your lawn, what you would like to do with it, and we'll give you all the tools that you need to have the best lawn in the neighborhood. Brent, it is a critical weekend for the Toro Spring Sales event. It's going to be the last weekend that you'll be able to take advantage of some really great pricing and special financing options. So if the mower is not as nice as it once was, maybe you're kicking it every time you use it and you're like, hey, I need to get a new one. This weekend, tomorrow at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is a great time to get that done. Stop in and see us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Conveniently located all over Middle Tennessee. Got locations in Nashville, Hendersonville, Murfreesboro, Bellevue, Brentwood, Lombard, Mountain View, and Franklin. If you can't get a hold of it, check us out online, DickensSupply.com.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. The beer temperature here at Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike is 27.2 degrees.
Dropping.
It's like a cold front came through here.
I'm a 20-inch probably.
So back to your question, Babs, based on Power 5 electing for its universities to pay players.
Yes.
Directly. And what we hear is that means nothing for, in terms of the NIL, that's not going anywhere. That's going to be above and beyond. What is your question?
How much is this affecting donations from donors? Donations from donors. That's
like if
not
I'm in
correct,
development at Auburn,
right?
I'm calling on donors and I'm selling them whatever,
and alums and whatever. Like, hey, in order for us to be successful, now Auburn's a bad example because they just redid their weight room and basketball facilities and all that. But
Power 5 school,
yes,
X or whatever.
Like, hey, we need a brand new basketball only facility, weight room, this, that, all of that. We're fundraising for that. Oh well, yeah. I have a lot of money. I'm an alum. I love giving to the athletic department, but my money's going to the collective now.
Yep.
So, like, what's the battle with that? Because, and it's yet again, it's chicken and egg, right? Because if you don't have the facilities,
you ain't gonna get the player.
You're not going to get the player. If you don't have the player,
how you gonna
you're not going to win.
You can't generate
to
the
get,
money for the facility. Yeah.
It's just it is a weird spot that college athletics is now in with all these collectives paying players and all of that. Like, as a donor, what's important?
Slay, I think development guy who's trying to raise money, the school is going to want a certain percentage to go toward facilities, certain percentage to go toward athletes, certain percentage to go here and there, whatever. Right? I think we're in a situation now where if I'm in development and I'm calling on these donors, I can't really steer them anyway. Like, I just have to say, okay, this is what you want, let's do it.
And this
right?
is what,
yeah.
Or I think,
and be good with it.
Yeah, and also come up with a number. And you put the number in, and when you go around, you divvy it up as needed. What do we need more so now? We need a gym, or we need something, a new complex. We need something renovated. Neyland need to be renovated. You go with that because that also will bring. You got $20 million. You know what I'm saying, in the pot. So I mean, there's got to be a way that it's almost like church, man. You know, at church when they take up
that's a better example than private school.
Church
is much better.
You get the building fund, you get tithes, you get the worship, you get a little bit of everything, man. But it's all up to you when they pass the plate around what you putting in for that week. So it's going to be difficult. But I also think that when you look at it too, what are these schools, like Babsy alluded to as well, these smaller schools going to do, these group of 5 schools? And my idea, they turn into feeder schools.
That's what a lot of coaches are saying.
I think
come in for a year,
that's
come in for 2 years.
True. And I've talked to coaches on that level.
Yeah.
That they are more or less trying to, and maybe having success at this point, because this conversation took place a little while ago, trying to become that feeder school for certain schools.
Right.
And look, man, we'll develop the player.
So you don't lose out.
And then, we'll tell them how great you are.
So we sending sending your school the money you looking for. We sending you $5 million a year.
Yeah, as long as you're going to if you think I'm not going to bring you in here for a couple of years, I'm gonna have you go to school X,
right,
and get developed. Then you'll come in here. As long as you're doing that, then we can be symbiotic.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's definitely happening, and not only on the Group of 5 level. I think that'll happen on some of the Power 5 level too. Because you've seen it with Vanderbilt, for example. And they've done a really good job, better than I thought, at least initially. Clark Lee, credit. But, you start losing players to, London Humphreys, for example, has a nice year, shows the deep ball threat, scores touchdowns against Power 5 schools, goes to Georgia.
Yeah.
You become a feeder school as a Power 5 school.
Yeah.
And it's not just Vanderbilt. It's happening to everybody.
Everybody. Belmont just did it in basketball. They lost 4 of their best players.
Oh,
and then they bring
so
in people.
hard.
You know what I'm saying?
They brought in a kid from Liberty who's a shooter. And so,
but they have to start over.
And it's the pressure of being a coach at that level. And that's why I think
that's the
you're going to continue to see, like, old school coach guy be driven out.
Yeah. I think at some point, too, man, like what you guys made me realize Nick Saban was saying, like, you got to start with a ground floor as far as this negotiations or a cap. With guys, it has to be a separator for high school guys coming in there and recruiting. Like, we got to go on performance.
615-737-1045. Let's go to Michael in Kentucky next up on 3HL. Michael, what's up? How are you? He's great.
Good.
It's a nice dulcet tone there.
Yeah.
Let's go to Neil in Clarksville in the Queen City. Neil, what's up? How are you?
What happened to being loyal to your college?
Yeah.
But that being said, you get an athletic scholarship and you get an education. Now all they got to do is go to a college and get paid. Where's the education at?
So my thing is, man, on that point.
That's a great question.
Yeah, but I always thought.
Valid question.
Yeah, valid question. I always thought that this would be my argument every time. You go to college.
Education is on you.
And I'm going to college to develop in my craft or whatever I'm looking forward to doing when I get out of school. So I'm putting all of this time, when we talk about the education, when you're a student athlete, the education, is it preparing you to walk out and go and get a job? Because a lot of people that are in school, the regular students that take the athlete off, still are not being able to come out of school and go and get a job right away either. So the time that you are interning and doing all of these things, I'm pouring 12 to 14-hour days into sports and my studying. So it's only 10 more hours. Y'all want me to sleep or just be a robot? So I'm bettering me for my craft moving forward. Hopefully I can get a deal to go play professionally somewhere. That's what I'm pouring into. Now, my fallback also is the key from going to school, I have a degree. So that part should be out of the way. It's still a stumbling block when you get out. I'm one that went through it. I was trying to get in coaching and everything, and a lot of people told me, man, you got to finish your degree. Finish your degree. I finished my degree, and I still didn't get into what I was trying to get into. So what are you supposed to do? Like, you're losing while the regular students are going and making money. We just supposed to say, you know what? That's cool, man. That scholarship good enough. I'm going to sit on back and just keep on doing athletic stuff. Now, when it stops and it's over, what am I supposed to do? Either way, why not get paid for it? I can't understand it.
615-737-1045. I'll tell you something from a non-athlete standpoint. My granddad told me when I was a senior in high school, he said, look, you got to get that college degree. And times are a lot different now.
Totally.
They are.
Totally.
But back then, you pretty much – you needed that, right? Yeah. To get a step up. So he said, your college degree, is important. It'll get you your first job. That's it. After that, it's on you. It's your work record. It's your relationships. It's all those things. It gets you your first job. And what's interesting about your story is, getting your degree was so important to you that you kept coming back during the summers, even when it would have been easy for you to be like, you know what, man, it's been a grind playing overseas. I'm going to chill with my family and my friends. But you didn't do that, and you kept going back and going back and going back, and it took you a while to do it, but you did it.
Yeah.
And we've never really talked about this, but I'm guessing that was a goal of yours, was to get your degree.
It had to be. Only reason being is because they were using that as a stumbling block, man, do you have your degree? Because I'm setting it up 4 or 5 years before I'm finished playing, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm coming out of school, man. I'm trying to get in this field, and can you knock some doors down for me? Can you give me an interview with somebody? It was like, do you got your degree? And every time, no, I don't. So, all right, let me go back and get this. And still, this is the problem. This is where the dejection, this is where depression, this was where all this sets in. When you go back and you take that road, and then you finish up and you get that degree, and the doors still don't open. Then what? So then what are you telling me to go do? You know what I'm saying? That's the difference in it. So why not be able to capitalize on everything that's far outweighing, far more than that
piece.
150,000
So
scholarship that you're getting.
the other thing is, like, that's just another thing. Again, it's just becoming more clear and more apparent that, like, the educational piece for, like, the student athlete, air quotes, is more on the student athlete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so, like, you need to have people around you that even more so.
And guess what?
That have your best interests at heart. And you know, you got to decide what's important for you.
And so this is what I want you to do, Yor. Instead of saying that the education is enough, the diploma is enough, and all that, now what is enough, you just say give that same energy that you're giving to the student athletes to the schools, and make sure now you set up. You got to go do internships down there with the Titans.
Yes.
You got to go down there with Vanderbilt, or you got to go down there with MTSU and do something in sports broadcast. Like, get them out.
Yeah.
If that's the case, if you're that worried about it, get them out and put them in a field that you know they're going to be comfortable
From
in.
a school perspective.
There you go.
Yes.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
some of them do.
Yeah, no,
They do.
Some of them do.
But I'm
gotta
just
be
thinking
But
that
aggressive.
some-
also the
aggressive with it.
athlete has to want to do those things
Exactly.
on top
Exactly.
of it.
Then
You
it
know what I
comes
mean?
back to it becomes more and more apparent that this is the educational piece is going to be on the athlete.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like,
Make
the
that a
degree-
requirement, too, in that scholarship part. You
Yeah.
get 8 hours of doing this.
the degree, whether you think that's important or not. No one can ever take that from you.
Right.
Yeah.
You did it.
Right.
You accomplished it.
You
And
have
me,
it.
Me as someone who's going to hire somebody, I want to know
See if they
that
can
you
finish.
had the stick-to-itiveness to go after something and complete that goal.
Yep. I agree.
Right?
Yep, totally.
615-737-1045 if you want in at 3HL 1045. Zeph is producing back in the world famous Music Row studios of 1045.
To the caller's point,
What up,
though,
Zeph?
I am in agreement, though. I'm a big guy. I say it all the time, loyal to a fault. Like,
Big time, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Now, I totally agree with that part. Like, I just can't understand it. I can't understand it.
I can't understand it either.
It's tough, man.
The reason I
we
chose
wouldn't
Auburn
come up
is
in that
because
era.
I fell in love with the school.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I can't imagine the whole transferring from Auburn to Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I couldn't do it if I was a normal student, unless I was going to grad school somewhere else. That's the only thing.
and
their
it was like
program
the program, the
Exactly.
top program.
That's the only thing.
And you had no
I'm not
choice.
doing
Doesn't
it.
that,
Right.
I'm not doing
doesn't
it.
those moves, like Tennessee to Bama, Bama to
I can't-
Auburn,
no,
like
that's-
Auburn, Alabama,
like-
It's crazy.
doesn't
to
that
me.
show you the selfishness of, like, what's going on? And, like, all of that stuff doesn't mean anything to these guys. It's like, what can I do to better myself?
Yeah.
And I can't fault the guys.
No,
for
not
that.
at all. I
But-
think it's more
but I
accepted.
I don't
like-
know.
I ain't gonna say
yeah.
selfish, but
Yes.
if it's
It's a bad word.
accepted,
Selfish is
it's
a bad word.
accepted in their era that they're
But, like,
growing
for
up
us,
in.
like, the school means so much
Oh,
to
my
us
gosh.
that it's hard for us to
Yeah.
understand,
Yeah.
and that's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Exactly.
615-737-1045. Let's go to JD and Smyrna next up on 3HL. JD, what's up?
Hey guys, how you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Got a question for you about if the athletes become employees of the school, how does that affect an amateur, like a golfer, play for the amateur championship of the U.S.?
Like in terms of amateur status, in terms of, like, going to the Olympics, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
going to the
went
Olympics
away a
or
long time ago.
playing for a U.S. amateur championship.
Yeah, that went away a long time ago. All those people were paid. All of them. Remember, this happened like 20 years ago. This happened with the Dream Team. All of the, like, the Russian athletes were being paid.
You're talking about the Olympics. He's talking about like golf.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I mean, okay, golf's a good example.
Yeah.
They have clear rules on that.
They have clear rules. Yeah.
But in terms of the Olympics, like, that all went away a long time ago.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Golf is about the only.
Yeah, that they can jump
Golf is
out.
about the only sport, right?
Tennis?
Maybe tennis.
Tennis
Maybe
is.
tennis.
Tennis
But like
is.
not baseball, basketball, any of that.
Tennis, the way tennis works is the second you do well enough in a tournament to make money, you immediately drop your amateur status and go pro.
Golf is the big
Very
one
similar.
that a lot of people though don't go pro.
Right.
They stay
until the
amateur.
end of the season
Yes.
or whatever it is.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh-oh. We've got breaking news with regard to Tennessee basketball when we come back.
Uh-oh.
You're going to want to hear this. Slay might have some inside information here. 4:38 the time. We're broadcasting live from Twin Peaks, Gallatin Pike, Rivergate area. We'd love to see you. Happy hour going on here There are a lot of people here. You could have a great time. All kinds of sports. You can watch the NBA playoffs, the NHL, SEC baseball tournament. I know the Tennessee and Alabama are playing a super regional right now. You can watch all that here with us at Twin Peaks, 615-737-1045. Go up to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. This is the time. This weekend, Memorial Day weekend, they've got deals going on at Gupta Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Just go in there, tell them what you're looking for, tell them what you need, and they will be able to help you out. No pressure at all from them on you at all. They want you in the vehicle that's right for you, and that's what will happen when you go see my friends at Gupta Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. This is the weekend to get it done. 24 west toward Clarksville, exit 35. Is about 9 miles outside the city. Then it's a beautiful drive into Shelbyville. It's a beautiful drive into Springfield, Tennessee, and you'll get it done there. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville, and you'll have the best vehicle buying experience you've ever had. Check them out online while you pretend to work. Although, why would you be at work right now on a 3-day weekend on a Friday? Just check them out. GuptaMotors.com. All the dealership information is there, address, phone number, all those things. The inventory is there as well, GuptaMotors.com. Check them out. Go get it done this weekend. Tell them Brett said hello, and you will have the best vehicle buying experience you've ever had. That's Gupta Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Kind of tough.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, broadcasting live from Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike. You were talking about things we say as Nashvillians that aren't true. Like we always say Gallatin Road.
Yeah.
It is Gallatin Pike, but look what I wrote down.
Gallatin Road. That's where it is. all the real ones know. It's just what it is, man.
Dickerson Road. I mean,
breaking Vols news on 104.5 The Zone.
There you go.
Oh, Lordy.
We tease this.
Some Tennessee basketball news that we've all been waiting for.
I was going to say, can we let Slay do it?
What?
Oh, we're going to let Slay do it.
Hey, man.
You've had a relationship with this young man, and
proud of my young fella, man.
Chaz Lanier has made a decision.
He has made a decision, man. Chaz Lanier over BYU and Kentucky chose the home school, the Tennessee Vols. So, big-time move, man, for Chaz Lanier. Only he and one more player, I forgot who the other player was, had, 20 dunks and over 90 made threes and averaged over 20 points in D1 basketball.
Wow.
It was Chaz and one more person. I forgot who it was.
I like that stat line.
Nah, man,
that's creative stat line.
That's attacking. And Chaz he tweeted 13 minutes ago, home is where the heart is. So that's dope, man, being a kid from here.
Yeah, Chaz Lanier played at Innsworth, and you've had a relationship with him for a while.
Yeah, salute to his mom, Stacy, his pops, Tom, his brother, Big Trey, all them, man. Plenty of love to him. A lot of support. Vol Nation, way to come out, hold it down like you were supposed to, flood the mentions, do everything you were supposed to. So for him to come out and say home is where the heart is, that means a lot right there. Going to North Florida 4 years, and people talk about the loyalty, hopping around. He had different opportunities after his junior year.
He had an NBA opportunity.
Yeah, NBA as well.
With G League.
Yeah, the numbers that were thrown out were crazy, and for him to say, you know what, I want to go back home and get that love, that says a lot about him as his character.
And it certainly helps that he's going to slide right in, right?
And you slide into a spot.
Right.
Yeah, and you're
it's
not
there.
Yeah.
His game fits it perfectly.
Yeah.
It's what they need.
Exactly.
Like just a win on many, many levels.
Yeah, you're
right?
not going there to necessarily carry the team. You're going there to fill a role to help a team get back to a level and try to exceed that level. When you look at it, and figure out the situation that were out there. Kentucky was starting from scratch. Had a lot of other new players that haven't played in the SEC.
Brand new coach.
Coach, yeah. BYU. And then when you start to look at being able to go and play for a guy who this year will be able to put his 33rd player in the NBA, and Rick Barnes, and a Hall of Famer, and these other coaches that were battling with you hadn't, I think that tilts the scales as well.
So I think Rick Barnes and the Tennessee program is an interesting study with regard to the NIL and how all this works, and the thought of, like, some of these dudes are just like, look, man, I can make good money there.
Yeah.
I can make more somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But what kind of player am I going to develop into? And I think the Dalton Connect piece last year, you had on so many levels. You had Josiah Jordan James and Santi stay for all that time because of the culture that's at Tennessee and the coaching they're getting, but not only as a player but as a man.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And I think one thing that can be I pull the curtain back a little bit. I remember speaking with Chaz about a month ago, and I told him, man, when you get ready to go on these visits, make sure you talk to the former players about what money was given, how much they received, and also what did it get them ready for. Like, what was the coach? And everyone to a man, when speaking about Coach Barnes, they all told him, like, hey, man, it's going to be hard. Like,
it's going to be hard.
Coach Barnes is going to ride you. He's going to push you.
Like, he's kind of a jerk sometimes.
Yeah, that's who he is. But
here's
in order
the thing.
to get to that
He'll
level,
call you out if he needs more for it.
He can't wait to.
A lot of those kids aren't looking for that. Right. And that's fine.
Right.
But some of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them want to be pushed.
Like, make me the best I can be.
Exactly. If you're looking for a blueprint, you just saw one in a spot that is voided now by someone going to be a lottery pick, and you have the opportunity to step right there in that spot. Not asking you to do anything else, but be you.
Yeah.
So how much does this help Tennessee moving forward to have a case study like Dalton Connect, who said, I wanted to be pushed. I wish I could have been there more than 1 year.
Yeah.
And now you've got Chaz Lanier coming in for those same reasons, basically. And like, just moving forward, what does that do for Tennessee like in that basketball transfer culture?
I think, man, when you look at it and you look at Tennessee, you look at the people and the pieces that's around it. To be able to go and get those guys in this climate, I think when you look around, it's only a few coaches that can go and do that. Bruce Pearl can go do it.
Yeah.
Coach Cal can go do it. Rick Barnes can go do it.
Can talk the talk and mean it, and you know what it is.
And you know what it is, and they're going to put out the production. So you walk away from it saying the programs that they are involved in are established, and you know what it is. You're not guessing, oh, man, what's going to happen with this? Like a lot of people that he was going to see were throwing out, hey, man, we're going to make the tournament with you, this, that, and the other. Tennessee didn't have to mention we're going to make the tournament with you. We're trying to get to the Final Four. So that whole conversation
we're trying to win a national title.
This thing is different. That's a different
You're
conversation.
going to get drafted high, but we're going to make it better, and we're going to try to win a national title.
That's exactly what it is. So when you say that and mean it, it's different.
So from a basketball perspective, like I know you've had this long-standing relationship with Chaz Lanier, and that's awesome in terms of mentorship and all those things.
I'm sure you totally stayed out of his decision, right?
Most definitely.
I mean, you've said that honestly. Like, look, I want what's best for you.
Listen, man.
Well, yeah,
if Tennessee's best for you, I'll tell you.
I just.
But you really think it is, though.
No, right.
I really
That's
do.
the thing. Yeah.
But to your point, real quick, and I want to illustrate this. When you were a player, you would tell the coaching staff, like, this guy ain't us.
He don't fit with us.
Even he could be a top 5 draft pick. But
it is what it is.
Yeah, it happened with the Vandy guy, right?
Yep, it did.
And he felt the same.
Yep, and he was right.
Yeah.
This is not your fit. You're not trying to do what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to the league. You worried about class. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like, to the point of the caller. We're up here to try to get paid. We're trying to go pro, man. But the last comment I told Chaz was, I read the text. That was the last text was "Let's go all oranges," but
that was from you.
Yeah.
After the announcement.
I told him, man, take your time, make it for you, and go full steam ahead. You got my support any way you go. Proud of you, my man. So, and that was it. And that was at 10:34. So, it's you got to have their best interest, and I think that's one of the things that stood out as well. The realness that he got from the coaching staff, and them not sugarcoating it. Like, man, we're not coming in and just putting the ball in your hand. These dudes trying to take your head off.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for that. You want that? Let's go get it.
So what does that do for Tennessee in terms of a roster, like moving forward? Because you know, immediately everybody thinks, oh, Dalton Connect's gone, so goes Tennessee, blah blah blah.
Man, hey, listen,
not the case.
What they brought back, man, they brought the defensive player of the year. They brought a first team All SEC guy back running the point that's pass first. You got a guy in Jemai Mashack who's going to be first team All defense. You got a guy in Jordan Gainey who can relieve him at the point. Cameron Carr's going to take the next step. D. Stone, who came
back
in.
to Carr, you think he's an NBA player?
Without question.
Yeah.
Without question. By his junior year, he going to have a decision to make. You got two bigs in J.P. Estrella and Big Felix that automatically change the trajectory of your post play from going to have to get the ball and bounce it to you to throwing that lob. That lob threat is a totally
off
different
the pick
thing.
and roll. The lob
it's
thing
serious.
We saw that. That's Purdue's weakness.
That is.
That was Purdue's weakness.
It is. Milich that's coming in from Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dog, 6'9", that can stretch the floor at the 4 spot. So you got guys ready to fill the role, and then you just insert Chaz into that spot. It could be trouble, man. It could be trouble. It's going to be fun to watch.
5 o'clock hour.
I'm up there in June. I'm up there.
5 o'clock hour coming up. If you want in, Tennessee with the big basketball news, but obviously the big story of the day, Power 5 conferences allowing universities to pay their players $20 million budget for Power 5 schools. What do you think that does with regard to the NIL and all of these? There's so many questions. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Man, you have a fun opportunity to do something that you may have not thought about this weekend, and you can get it done at XGolf. PlayXGolf.com is the website. Make sure you check out PlayXGolf.com. They've got 2 locations in Bellevue, one in Murfreesboro, and you can book your tee time there. PlayXGolf.com. Going to have a giveaway coming up, a gift card for you in the next segment. So stay tuned, actually at 5:20. We'll do it between 5 and 5:30. Let's say that. And you will be able to experience the home of the indoor golf in Middle Tennessee. 2 locations, again, West Nashville and Bellevue, Murfreesboro. X-Golf, the most accurate simulator experience in the world. Next generation of indoor golf. They have reinvented the indoor golf experience by creating the world's most advanced and accurate simulators on the market today. By doing so, they've allowed players of every skill level, including mine, to take on the world's most popular courses, including Pebble Beach and St. Andrews. I went to Bellevue. They have 6 bays there. They have an incredible bar, great food, and it's a great place for you to hang out with your buddies this weekend or maybe go by yourself and work on your game. You can do it. Their automatic teeing system, accuracy, ability to work on your short game, and putting, huge differences at X Golf. PlayXGolf.com. Book your tee time today. PlayXGolf.com.
Good evening from the Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike. I'm Joe Hunk. As the NCAA says, fine, we'll pay players money. And that agreement came just a little while ago in the House versus the NCAA case, as the Power 5 conferences have agreed to pay more than $22.7 million in back damages over the last 10 years to past and current NCAA student athletes. That coming down just a few moments ago. Also, Chaz Lanier, the Nashville native, is heading to Knoxville. The North Florida transfer is going to be playing for the Vols after picking them over BYU and Kentucky. He averaged almost 20 points per game last year and shot over 44% from the three-point line. And Tennessee and Mississippi State are scheduled for a 6:30 first pitch on the SEC network, but the game in front of them right now is still in the 6th inning, and that's not going to end before the Vols need to step on the field at 6:30, so expect that to start a lot later. For all your foundation repair waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Memorial Day weekend coming up. Hope you have a great weekend planned. Stay safe out there, people. You gonna light any fireworks this weekend?
Oh, boy.
No. That's in July. I'll get that together in July.
I figure you and Moan have some kind of bunker with a bunch of fireworks somewhere.
No, but something like it.
Like you're ready to go at a moment's notice.
Oh, he's about to.
Slay's busy.
He's about to go take a phone call.
So, Chaz Lanier, who Slay coached and played at Ensworth. Slay used to be at Ensworth when he took the 104.5 The Zone gig as an assistant coach for Ricky Bowers and those guys. Chaz Lanier, one of the most sought-out transfers in college basketball, has decided and tweeted out and announced that he will attend the University of Tennessee, picking Tennessee over BYU and Kentucky. And so we talked about that in the last segment. We'll talk more about it. Slay taking a phone call, I'm guessing from him. So we'll see
yes.
what's going on. Babsy's here.
Hi, I'm in the building. Let's go. Chaz Lanier tweeting, home is where the heart is.
There
with
you
the
go.
Tennessee Vol Orange Heart.
Babsy made it to Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike. It took an hour and a half. Nashville traffic game is strong today.
Yep. Be careful driving out there.
So
it
you
is
come
busy.
here, you get here a couple minutes late. You had the arduous task of battling Nashville traffic. You get here, and then it's lingerie day.
It is.
So there's a lot going on.
Which I did not realize.
As you walked in, there was just a
that
whole
is a thing.
There was just a whole barrage of imagery
yes.
taking place.
So
but,
is this every Friday or is it like once a month?
I don't know how this works. I don't know. Like, we've done shows at Twin Peaks, and this is only the second time that this has happened.
I have never been here
I
for
thought
a
you
lingerie
did.
day.
I thought you did. Because,
no.
Okay, well, then this is the first. But I remember having a conversation with you about.
I think you were. I think I was off or something that day. Yep.
Tennessee, and we'll get Slay Dog in here in just a moment. Kirby's saying we had Kilt Day one day.
Oh, we did have Kilt Day.
Okay, maybe that was it. SEC baseball tournament, Tennessee, Mississippi State, first pitch scheduled for 6:30 p.m. tonight. It is an elimination game. It probably will not go down at 6:30 because these games go long. And if you live the travel baseball world, you understand if you're playing in the evening and you're scheduled for 6:30, it ain't happening at 6:30. So we'll see. Lose and you're done. Win, you play Vanderbilt tomorrow at 3:30 on Saturday. Championship game would be Sunday at 2 o'clock. NCAA softball super regional. Hunt, could you go get us a score because they have taken it off the TV near us? Tennessee was trailing Alabama 2-0 in the fifth inning last time I looked at it. Tennessee hosting Alabama right now. Tomorrow they play at 2 o'clock, and it is a best 2 out of 3. So if they split, let's say Alabama wins today, Tennessee wins tomorrow, they split, they play on Sunday. Oh, thank you, Zeph. 3-2 Lady Vols.
Lady back,
Vols.
baby.
They were down 2-0 when I last saw it. Listen to Zeph. Zeph's on it, man.
Zeph gonna stay on it too, Zeph. Don't you get off of it.
Zeph's a fall. Zeph like the Chaz Lanier story.
Great story, man.
NBA playoffs. Boston took a 2-0 series lead over Indiana last night. Celtics took Game 2, 126-110. It was really never within question, especially when Halliburton left the game. Jaylen Brown went off for 40. Holiday with 15 points, 10 assists. Halliburton had 10 points on just 8 shots, but again went out with, I guess, hamstring in the third. And so they don't know if he's going to go in Game 3. Boston's rolling through this series anyway.
Yeah, I expect him to go, though. Like, you get a day off, get shot up. It's ugly, man, because they let Game 1 slip away.
Right.
There wouldn't be that much pressure on them if they would have got that first
That was
game.
the opportunity right there.
Yeah.
Tonight you've got Dallas at Minnesota. Minnesota at 5.5-point favorite. You and I both guaranteed Minnesota victory tonight.
Yeah, I'm taking the -5.5 too.
7:30 on TNT. In the NHL world, as we're giving updates, Edmonton took Game 1 in Dallas in 2 overtimes last night. I watched quite a bit of that game. Edmonton's a fun team to watch. Connor McDavid with the game winner in the second extra session. Tonight, Panthers at Rangers. 7 o'clock on ESPN. Florida leads 1-0. Rangers need a win there. Again, Chaz Lanier, the story. Tennessee getting Chaz Lanier over Kentucky and BYU.
Big time, man.
Slay Dog is here.
Yeah, I'm in the building. Good Lord. That's right.
That's appropriate. Good job, Zach.
This guy got no roof.
This guy has no roof, y'all.
You ducked out to talk to one of your reps.
Yeah, man. Chaz hit me up, man. So he said, man, I appreciate you, big dog. I'm ready to get to work. So that's good, man. Like,
that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I told him, dog, like, man, lean on your guys, man, especially Zakai and Meshack early. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can walk you through it, but it ain't nothing you ain't never seen. But he is going to ride you. And he was like, that's what I'm doing it for. I said, I'm feeling like I made the right decision. And we're going to get him on the air, too. I think you got to catch a couple of traps first.
You sent a stat. Only 2 players in college basketball last season finished the year with 20 or more made dunks and 90 or more made threes. And you said this in the last segment, but you couldn't recall who the second player was.
Yeah.
So one of those players was Chaz Lanier, who
Right.
will now be a Tennessee Volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
The other player was Dalton Connect.
I'm telling you.
Former Tennessee Vol.
Bab said it, man. You just replacing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's up to you what you going to do with the opportunities as well. So it's not like you can expect him. I do think the jump that DK had on Chaz, man, they got to go to Europe. That European experience is totally different. When you get the bond and it's just you guys, that gives you a jump on the season. So being able to have that was an ace in the hole coming back and knowing already like the pecking order, what to expect. So the earlier he gets in,
you can't go every year though, can you?
It's every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, they missed that.
So you were talking about Lanier wanting to be coached and all of that.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like, this had just come up on my timeline. Mama Meshack, who I now follow after all of her tweets from this season. Yes. So she had quote tweeted this, got a chance to watch Dalton Connect working out in Chicago. This was a draft guy, right?
Yeah.
Impressive to see his physical tools, shot-making prowess, overall scoring instincts up close. So she quote tweeted that tweet and said, all the skill stuff is great. The areas he needs to improve, he will. But his 2 most impressive traits, in my honest opinion, are his openness to take constructive criticism and his willingness to compete.
Yeah.
And then she did an entire thread on this. Like, I love Mama Meshack. She doesn't play. Early in the year.
She knows the game, too.
Yes, she does.
So here's the rest of her tweets. Early in the year before games, Coach Barnes will allow parents and agents to sit in practices because he'll go in on your kid whether you're there or not. She said he was going, she was going in on DK Connect. The players always have each other's backs, but they were going at it. Although I'm a tough mom, my nurturing side was kicking in. I had to go sit in the car to not watch. It was still heated when I returned, beyond tough for DK. But here's the thing. After that practice, he didn't even leave. He grabbed Coach and was studying the film right afterwards. He didn't sulk. He didn't complain. Went straight to, how can I get better? He wanted to be coached. He was already good, but he wanted to be better defensively, not just for him, for the team. He knew the SEC was different level and respected it. He wanted to be ready.
That's it.
So all of that to say that played into Chaz Lanier's decision to not, I mean, I can say this, to probably not chase money. And to,
challenge
to challenge himself and go somewhere where he can get better.
And go bet on yourself. And you got to understand.
And have a chance to compete for a national title.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And you got to understand as well, and this is not just Tennessee, but Coach Barnes isn't for everybody. Coach Pearl ain't for everybody. Coach Cal's not for everybody. You got to find the coaches that are for you. Chris Beard down there at Ole Miss. They're not for everybody. Yeah. So when you find the one that you know you can tolerate and it has a good nucleus around it that has been there, especially with all the moving parts in college sports today, that's what you hone in on.
Rick Barnes does it out of love. So, he has love for you, so you can take the coaching.
Yeah.
Right?
As soon as you leave outside the white line box, that's over. Let's stand right there on the court. You may not even be able to make it off the court before he grab you and sit there and start joking with you. It's basketball, and everybody has their day.
615-737-1045. Big story today. Power 5 schools agree to allow universities to pay players. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Get your take on it. 615-737-1045. Broadcasting live from Twin Peaks. Happy Hour rolling strong here at Twin Peaks, Gallatin, Pike, and Rivergate. 1045 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Holistic stem cell therapy is coming straight and directly to you. All you got to do is go over to Kellum Stem Cell Institute right there in Franklin, and you can have the same therapy that I had done. Your body, your cells, your solution. They can not only harvest your body's stem cells, but also store them for future and continued use. These cells are your body's own healing cells. They're harvested and redeployed based on your needs. So we all know that stem cells attack inflammation in the body, and we know where they are autoimmune disorders derive from the inflammation. The inflammation is attacked immediately. I had it done on my right knee. I had it done on my shoulder. I'm going back next week to go and get the groin and hip looked at again in case I need to get the therapy. Which now I don't. In case I'm going to go get the therapy to get this groin and hip right, so I can get out there and get active. You need to get your consultation today. Give them a call at 615-850-4415. Tell them Big Slay sent you. Dr. Kellum talked to you one-on-one. KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Broadcasting live from Twin Peaks on Gallatin, Pike, and Rivergate. We've had a great time today. Happy hour from 2 to 6 out here. You can watch all the sports. You can see if Stenhouse Jr. is going to wreck Kyle Busch this weekend.
Is that going on now?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
What's this race?
They're showing a race, but it'll be on Sunday.
I'm just trying to group all the races together, huh?
But, I mean, Stenhouse said he's going to get him. Kyle Busch says, go for it. We both suck. And then Richard Childress said if Stenhouse goes anywhere near that car, I'm going to fight him myself. Like, there's all kinds of things going on.
Everybody trying to fight.
How about NASCAR? They're going to get ratings on this one.
Yeah.
So you can watch the NBA playoffs here. We're going Minnesota tonight.
Yes. I already made my prop bet, too. It's a 9-leg.
Dawn was like...
9-leg?
Yeah.
Dawn was like, I feel like I have stuff in my teeth. I was like, my flossers are in the car. Kirby went and got some.
Thanks, Curb. Look at this.
Kirby got everything.
He's got, like, the disposable ones.
You're just going to do it live on air? You can watch Babs flossing teeth. YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
She had the cheese bites earlier, and then she was going to get the healthy stuff to take home, but then she ate the healthy stuff, too.
Well, I thought Mr. Babs was going to cook dinner, and then he was like, you're just eating there? I'm like, well, I guess I am. I'm going to starve if I don't, because, I'm not cooking my own dinner.
I had the blackened chicken with broccoli and asparagus, and you thought that looked good.
Yeah, so I got it, too. Kirby, so you just carried these with you?
He nodded yes. Hunk with the update. Tennessee Lady Vols come from 2-0 down. They trailed the entire game until the 6th inning, right, Hunk? 6th inning. And then they score 3 runs to take the lead 3-2, and then they have beaten Alabama in the Super Regional. They will play again tomorrow. If Tennessee wins that game, they advance to the Softball World Series. Are you okay?
I'm going to get some of these. These things are awesome.
You like those?
Yeah.
Are they minty?
I like the flossers with the flaws,
I like the mint.
but also they have the pick.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the better ones. Slay Dog with the story, Chaz Lanier. Longtime Tennessee Desire basketball player.
A couple good quotes from him, too.
Decided to go to Tennessee. He spurned BYU and Kentucky to play for the home state Volunteers, played at Ensworth. You got some quotes?
Yeah, I'm going back home. I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to come back to my home state and put on for my city and family. My whole family will be at every game next year, Lord willing. UT was the best because of the fit and the play style. I'll be able to showcase my ability to put the ball in the basket at the highest level of college basketball and also develop my defense under a Hall of Fame coach in Rick Barnes.
Basically the same quote we saw from Dalton Connect last year, outside of returning to Tennessee.
Right.
But like the working on the game part.
Who has a track record of sending players to the NBA.
Yep.
Our goals are aligned. I know that winning is everything. The culture that he created is special. I could feel it on my official visit. And a lot of people always talk about the Dalton Connect and this, that, and the other. Tennessee never compared me to Dalton in terms of our play style or game, but we did talk about the route that he took, which is a very similar path. It's possible I can do the same thing. End quote.
There you go, Chaz Lanier.
Jonathan Giovanni, I think.
So basically...
No, not Giovanni.
Kirby doesn't know. So basically, sharpshooter from 3, but can get to the rim also.
Yep.
Very athletic.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This ought to be fun.
Be fun. Tennessee has recalibrated,
reloaded,
redone that roster.
Yeah.
They've something.
They did something with it. It was nice.
It is nice. The big story nationally today, Power 5, the Power 5 has decided they will allow Power 5 universities to pay players. And so there have been a lot of quick opinions out there, and I think in some cases incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
So the immediate take was, okay, now the schools are taking charge of the payment to players, NIL going away, collectives going away. Not the case, the way we understand it. We had Chris Lowe on earlier, who agreed with us that he said, I don't think the collectives are going anywhere. He said, this is temporary stability. That coming from Chris Lowe earlier. So how do you think this all plays out?
I think, man, it's still going to be a little bit of the Wild Wild West. I just think more people will be taken care of when you talk about outside of the big sports at the school. That's what Bob can't even make eye contact with the women.
We talk about Bob talking to girls at Walmart. We're at Twin Peaks.
Yeah, he's super nervous in here. But it's
hey, he's doing his thing though.
He is.
It took him a minute, but he's got it going.
And I think this the part when you think about the other sports in schools, those were the ones that were being left out a lot of the times, and was more concerned, and a lot of people paying attention to that. So now that to me that's voided,
ironed out.
Yeah, to me in a sense.
What do you mean voided?
No, you don't have to talk about it anymore.
I think
they'll be taken care of.
like you
they'll
said.
be taken care of. Ironed out was a better word.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a better word. I went with you.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
I went with you, Babs. I can go against you if you would like me.
No.
But also from a Title IX perspective, so if your budget is $20 million now, which is what it looks like it's going to be for Power 5 universities, that'll affect different schools on different levels. But you would think $10 million toward the women, $10 million toward the men.
And I still think the
twist equitable.
Needs to be thrown on it. Each sport has a cap. So $200,000 or $300,000.
So a salary cap.
Yeah, a salary cap. But player performance would be important. So in order to get more to that, we got to go back and look at your performance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then we'll throw some more on there. It just depends what it is. Just depends how your performance was.
Because the easy way to do it would be just like the NCAA loves to be a socialist organization. So the easy thing would be, here's the flat money across the board. This is what you get.
Yes.
If you get something more than that from the collective, you do. But from us, it's going to be,
there you go.
Here's what it is.
Yep. Now that's on down the line, but.
And then there was some concern. I saw some people writing that. I think I saw it. Listen, Dave Hooker had to come on immediately after this happened. We had some time to talk to people and kind of digest this, but he was talking about scholarships going from football, for example, from 85 to 65 because of having to pay players now from the university. And in the moment,
you
can't do that.
In the moment, that I was like, huh. But then 5 minutes later, I was like, you can't do that.
It's no way possible.
But it's funny because Heupel said, Heupel was on the show with us, a couple weeks ago, the Big Orange Caravan, and he said when he got to Tennessee, they had 54 scholarship players.
Yeah.
And he said they're still not at 85.
Right.
So, I don't know how that's affected. Then there's the group of 5 level, what happens there. Chris Lowe talked about Olympic sports, and he's talked about this for a long time. All of this stuff that's happening are coming off of discussions that we've had for years about the direction that everything is going. So it's really no big surprise to any of us that any of these things are happening. But Olympic sports may be going, down the drain in some instances. And my thing there is you don't lose the Olympic sport athlete. They're still out there. They'll just go to smaller schools, right? Because, it really doesn't matter if you're a 100-meter runner. It doesn't matter if you're at Georgetown, Kentucky, or at Ohio State. You know what I mean? You're still running that time. Now, is it training?
Talking for Olympics, yeah.
Yes, is the training level different? Maybe, but fast is still fast, and those athletes are still athletes, and so I think a headline that you're going to see is Olympic sports going by the wayside, but I think in the reality of it, those athletes are still going to have opportunities. They're just going to be at smaller schools,
right?
And I don't think it matters, personally. As I sit here right now, trying to dissect all this and process it, takes me a while to process things.
It's a lot.
I don't know what to think.
To
be honest,
it's a lot.
I don't. There's so many layers to all of it, right? That you just don't know.
Yep.
So many layers. So I don't. I'm gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah.
No, this is Sports Talk Radio. You have to give
talk to us now.
You have to give your finite and resolute opinion
now,
Babs.
I think the lead up to this, all of this, has been a big, massive Shiano show.
Yeah, we're 25 years behind.
Really thought you were about to drop an F-bomb right there.
See, wish you would have been in the right this
Massive.
You kind of went
Oh, yeah.
Massive.
I mean,
Could have been freaking.
I don't think Hunt can't reach the dump button from where he is.
no.
Gotta have long
Hunk can't
arms.
hear us either. He's on delay.
Yeah.
He doesn't have.
What is Hunt doing?
He's listening to us on YouTube.
Oh, he is.
It's delayed from real life.
So in like 20 more seconds,
Real life.
he's going to
He'll
look at us
understand
and be like, what are y'all talking about?
what's going on. Yep.
This is real life.
And we will be moved on by then.
I still would love to have seen a world where Ronald Sylvester Slay
Was in NIL world.
when Ronald Sylvester Slay could have pocketed some NIL dollars,
Oh
man.
my God! I would. You got to be careful with this because I probably would have came up with a fake injury or something to get a red shirt. Like ain't no need
Stay
me leaving.
another
Yeah,
year.
ain't no need me leaving. I'm cool.
You'd have been like, when was this? Back in 02, 03?
Yeah.
You'd have been like, hey, man, there's going to be like this thing called COVID. I'm going to go ahead and take my COVID
Yeah,
year.
let me get mine now. Y'all will understand later, but let me get mine
And
right
it's
now.
funny because, like, you were joking about, like, man, Gus's Good Times Deli.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely.
All
but
that.
you joked about, like, a private airplane company, and then Jackson Dart gets it.
Like that's nuts.
Jackson Dart has a private airplane company.
Just go anywhere. Speaking engagements. I'll make up a speaking engagement. I got one in Vegas.
Who are you speaking to in Vegas, Slay?
The valet parking when we pull the car up. I got to talk to him. How long I need to speak? 15 minutes? I'll stand out there and talk to him for 15 minutes. See y'all tomorrow.
L.A.? Would you go to L.A.?
Yeah, I'm going everywhere. I'm going places I don't belong. Alaska.
Anchorage, Alaska?
I'm
I was going to say Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah, plenty of places I don't belong. Like,
Why
what are you
don't you
doing here?
belong in Anchorage?
Because what I'm going to do about it?
I bet they play basketball.
Yeah, but I can't play basketball.
They had the great
right
Alaskan shootout. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, I played in that. That's right.
You
Yeah.
did play in
So
that.
I was hurt when I went up there.
Oh, you can shoot caribou or something up there.
Yeah, I'll go.
Can you? Can you legally shoot caribou?
Well, what was the woman's name that said she could see Europe from her Sarah Palin.
Oh,
Didn't she say she could see it from her window or something?
Oh, that's right.
She can see Russia.
Russia, she can see Russia. That was
That's
pretty dope.
right.
Maybe I'll go up there to try to see Russia.
What is she doing? Is she trying to get elected again?
She probably just chilling. Looking at
God,
Russia.
she's chilling if she's in Alaska.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Could you deal with the no darkness thing?
Yo, I have a jet. I'd leave.
You could just leave.
Yeah, when it get dark, I'm out of here.
Well, it's not getting dark. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, when it get light, I'm
There's a
outta here.
movie called Insomnia. Have you seen it?
No.
Where
I don't like movies like that.
Where Al Pacino is chasing a serial killer.
Yeah.
And the movie's called Insomnia because there's no darkness and he can't get any sleep. So he's got anxiety trying to chase a serial killer, but he also can't sleep because it's light outside all the time.
I feel like I got that now. I'm chasing sleep though. I can't find it.
Where else could we go? Anchorage, L.A., Las Vegas.
There got to be somewhere you can get a turnaround. Like you only can be gone for 2 days.
Are we going with you on these trips?
Yeah, I'll let y'all
Can I
know.
go to Manhattan? I really like Manhattan.
No, you know I don't like it up there.
I
We'll
know
take you
you
up and
don't.
drop you off and go somewhere else.
And then come back and get me?
Yeah. We'll probably fly
Central
down to
Park
DC
is
or
my
something.
favorite place in the entire world.
You like Philly, Bab?
That's so weird.
Yeah, see, we can drop him off right in the park. And we out of here.
Just leave you there.
Yeah.
You probably could land a jet in the park.
Yeah.
They got all those softball fields in there for no
I'm
reason.
a Southern girl.
We'll
Just-
stay up.
just- I'll
Okay,
just
we
stay
drop
in
him
the
off
South.
and then we come back down south.
Just
Where are you
I'll
going,
just stay in
Miami?
the South. That's not South.
This girl. You just want to go back home to Peachtree City is what you want to do.
Yeah. We can go there. We can go to the
Bab's
restaurant.
like, give me
Yeah,
in
we
a Braves
can.
game.
We can go to the restaurant. That pasta's phenomenal at the restaurant.
What, her parents' restaurant?
What?
It's yummy. Food's
know.
real
It
good.
is really good.
I didn't stay. I had to leave.
That's okay.
You
ate
missed
for
out.
Yep.
We did eat for you.
So where do you want to go in the South then?
I don't know.
30A?
That's like fake. It's like fake
I
South.
can't do anything with her.
That's the fake
Charleston?
That's
Kirby
the
said
fake
Charleston?
Oh, no, that's Southern. That's Southern.
That's where people like East go, though. I tell people all the time, if you live in
they don't have a
Knoxville,
beach there.
if you live in
right?
Knoxville, you go to like the East, like Atlantic side, right? Like if you live in Nashville, you go to
Yeah,
like
south,
Gulf
yeah.
Coast.
Mhm.
That's the split.
It is.
People in Knoxville don't go down there.
Nah, you're right.
Really?
Nope.
Interesting.
Or they go up. They go further up.
What do you mean, like Virginia Beach?
Nah, like the Hamptons and shit, stuff like that.
Zeph,
It didn't come out.
that's the first time
Oh,
you've
it
ever
didn't-
done it.
It didn't
Zeph, catch
It didn't
that.
come all the way out.
That's the first time you've ever
When-
done it.
See, this is the problem with leisure conversation. We got away
on a day where everybody's off.
Hey, man.
Everybody's off.
I bet the chat's going to
We're
get
at
this.
Somebody, GHB just in my God slay. Sorry, y'all.
We're at Twin Peaks.
Forgot we
It's
was just-
lingerie day
Yes.
for the
That's a
waist.
wild-
It's Friday before
Yeah,
a
it's a
3-day
wild day out
weekend.
here, man.
I mean, it's
It's a little
what
wild.
time is it? Are we done with
It's
this
to be.
show?
It's to be. Hunk ain't held up the break sign yet. I don't know when we're breaking.
It's because he's 40 seconds behind, but it is time to break, so we're going to do that.
Oh my goodness!
All right, Zeff's in complete
Don't you
control.
have to give away something?
Oh,
Yes, Zeff's in complete control of this private jet that Slay has just jumped us all on.
Oh man!
Yeah, I decided to ride with me.
Now our boy Arlo from the doc is texting me.
Oh.
All right, your chance to win. PlayXGolf.com is the website. You can book your tee time for the weekend right there and get it done.
It's not funny, Babs.
Sorry.
Babs is an instigator. I thought I was.
Hunk's 40
Hunk
seconds
just now got it.
behind.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man!
What am I supposed to do? It is.
Give something away.
I was about to
for
read the
free
Twin Peaks copy
to our
again. They're looking for
listeners.
Miss 2024 Twin Peaks. It's X Golf Fridays with me and 3HL. And we want to give you the chance to win a $50 gift card to experience X Golf. Be caller number 5 through to Zeph, who hopefully hit the dump button. Now to win, 615-737-1045. Transform your golf game at one of their 2 locations, Nashville or Murfreesboro. Play, train, or entertain at the most innovative and accurate golf simulator experience in the world. To learn more, visit PlayXGolf, he said. Visit PlayXGolf.com.
What's happening, good people? BrentwoodJewelry.com, 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals, every single day for over 50 years. Graduation is here. You still got an opportunity to go and capitalize on it. It's a time to celebrate. 202 graduations right around the corner. Premier time, please. To a custom ring. Celebrate that now. And then when you turn the page, you know what time it is. Everybody's going up the hill. Father's Day. Time to get that father something special. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Go and get him a nice watch. Go and get him a ring. We like earrings too. Necklaces, all the above. Go in there. Brandon and the family will take care of you. I promise you this. Even just take your phone to them and pull up BrentwoodJewelry.com. Then you will understand exactly what's going on. It's for your father, man. It's for the pops. Someone that's been a mentor, someone that's been a father figure. Whatever it is, make sure it can happen by going to 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. It won't let you down, never let me down. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for over 50 years.
So many people trust Two Rivers Ford. Football players, working moms, business owners. Why? Because Two Rivers Ford has been doing business with integrity for decades. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, wrapping up the Friday edition before Memorial Day weekend. Hope you have a great weekend. In advance, want to tell you all that. Stay safe out there. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slade.
Yeah.
Got the Boom Boom Room shirt kicking.
Lock and load. This is a new one too, man. I got the smoky gray with this one.
Yeah, I like
Smoky
that.
gray. That is cool.
Man,
And it looks like a
It's got that
what is that
sheen.
dry fit?
Yeah. I like the dry fits. Yeah. Yep. The dry fits good, man. They don't shrink.
Got the backwards hat like me.
I'm just out here having a good time, man.
Babsy, you good?
I'm great. Mama needs this 3-day weekend.
Man, I'm right there with you, Babs. I'm going to be real. And then guess what? We only got 4-day work week next week with OTAs involved.
That's right. Good
I know.
call.
And if you're going to have a 3-day weekend, Monday is the day to have off,
It
right?
is, honestly. Yep.
Because, I mean, like,
We get closer to Friday.
a lot of us are mentally
Tuesday
vacant on
turns
Friday.
into Monday.
But a lot of us are mentally vacant on Friday anyway,
True.
whether we're working or not.
It's very true.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That last segment.
I'm like, I'm out. I'm done for the day.
Our thanks to the great people here at Twin Peaks. By the way, the beer is cold. They advertise it at 29 degrees. It is 27.8 right now. But the food is actually spectacular. It really is.
It is. Especially the hungover burger. I love that burger.
Fried egg burger?
Yep. Extra onions, extra mushrooms, both of them sauteed, extra mustard, extra ketchup on the side of barbecue sauce.
Extra barbecue sauce?
Of course. It's
You
sauce.
said- you literally
extra
said-
everything.
You said extra with everything.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. That's how he rolls.
somebody else might want to get a little bit.
Yeah.
Y'all got big plans this weekend?
And negative ghostwriter.
Pattern is full.
I don't.
Usually, if she gets a long weekend or something,
It is house
they're
cleaning.
cleaning
Oh,
something.
my gosh.
I just reorganized. Well, I haven't done it yet. I took all the clothes out of the drawers. I just made my stepson do it for his. He's like,
That's torture.
Are you kidding me?
That's torture, baby.
I know. I'm like the worst bonus mom
Yeah,
ever
I was
today.
I was going to say,
That's-
bonus mom can't be
Yeah,
telling, hey,
so
clean
hey.
out your dresser drawer.
Hey, bonus mom is in full effect. But you know what?
You ain't my mama.
It was so I could clean
Football
out
season
all
will be
the
here in a minute.
old clothes. I know. I'm like, y'all hang in
That's
there.
just waiting for football
We're
season.
only 99 days away.
Football season, please hurry up.
That's true.
Please hurry up.
But no. So, but then it's so I can take him, or
Shopping.
his dad can take him shopping, so we
Yeah.
can get him new stuff for the summer.
Oh, I would
that
clean
actually
mine.
fits.
I would clean mine out all the time then.
Yeah.
Mine would be empty. And I'd just be walking around with Duntonons
Say, I
on.
want more new.
Yeah, why you always walking around
Take
with your
me out?
Duntonons on, Slay?
Yeah.
Because I have no clothes. Yeah,
I
told me to
can't-
clean them
it
out.
still cracks me up that you call him.
The Duntonons.
Yeah.
That's what they do. The Duntonon.
There
He
are
said
no
it's because you-
Duntonons here.
Okay, that's. He said it's because you look like a superhero.
That is. That's what they play. All superheroes at the Duntonons.
Those little tight,
The women, too. The Duntonons.
the little tight briefs.
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh didn't have none.
Tidy whities.
Did Winnie the Pooh have any? He just had a shirt. He had a crop top.
He got a belly.
Yeah.
He got a Mahomes body right now.
Yes, he does.
It'll only take a couple weeks.
He'll
Mahomes
right
will be back
off.
ready to
Yeah.
go.
He'll be dominating the league again.
You don't think that's a big deal? People are trying to make that into a big deal.
Nah.
No.
Not at all.
Slay, on a serious note, Slay brought up a good point, too. Like, at some point, especially nowadays.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, Slay.
I do the same.
Now let me tell what it was. So, because at some point, the seasons are so long
Yeah.
nowadays. Like, at some point, you have to give your body a rest.
Yep.
Like, you
Yep.
can't be working out constantly
Nope.
during your downtime of 2 months that
Yeah.
you have. I mean, your body has to
Yeah.
rest a little bit to be able to recover.
And you got to imagine these guys, when you talk about rest, like we're thinking, oh, take a month off, go on vacation. A rest for them is 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Like of just relaxing, not really doing anything.
Yeah.
And he probably was doing something like getting massages, you know what I'm saying, doing
Right.
stretching and things of that nature.
Maybe weights, who knows?
Yeah, but
like light
eating,
weights, but yeah.
When I'm eating, I'm kicked back. I ain't doing no running. You got to let your body heal, man. Them people play deep into the playoffs. And then
Especially Mahomes.
Yeah, what was the special they showed? The stuff that he does outside of the complex to keep his body, like his trainer is like MacGyver. Like this man got him trying. It was so many weird things. So the way he contorts his body and all, like it's dude different. I forgot.
Well,
I forgot the name of it.
Well done there.
You like that?
Yeah.
Well,
contorts his body.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean the way he plays the game though, it's
and
important.
when you see the training he does, you'll be like, I see why he does it.
Yeah.
He does crazy stuff.
It's like plyometrics.
You almost did it again.
Here, plyometrics on crack.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
Did you almost do it again?
Yeah, it's close.
Friday is dangerous.
Somebody just yelled at you.
Somebody just said slay.
My guy, that was my point guard. Heath Harden, man. My guy.
Oh, is that the one that's in very good
now.
shape?
No, that was a different guy.
Oh, it was a different one.
Mm-hmm. He was going to the bathroom. Thought he'd yell at you.
Yeah, it worked. You got somebody attention.
Which leads me to my Josh Gad story when I was in the bathroom with Josh Gad after he did our show at Super Bowl Radio Row.
People don't know who Josh Gad is.
Olaf.
I was about to say,
now
who is
people
Josh?
know who Josh Gad is.
Say, who is that?
So
he's the voice of Olaf.
Okay, yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I've never had so many people freaking out texting me about him doing that voice on
Did
the
he
show.
talk to you in the bathroom in that voice?
No.
Oh.
So he'd already done the show. So he does the show. He does the voice of Olaf. And all these people that I know that have kids in the car, like the kids were going crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how'd you get
Baby
Olaf on the
Babs
show?
would go crazy.
Yeah,
I
and
would go crazy.
So after the interview, I go in the bathroom. And so, like, he's at the stall next to me. And they're not saying anything because you're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So this guy, like, finishes up.
At
He's
the
at
open stall?
Yeah, the stand-up
Like the
urinals.
open
Yeah.
urinals? Okay.
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah, we do it differently than y'all, Babs. And then, because the other stuff you don't even want to acknowledge. It's so nasty. So this other guy that gets done, he's like, oh, my gosh, you're Josh Gad. I mean, my man is using the restaurant. Like, he's peeing. And the guy's like, you're Josh Gad. And he, like, sticks his hand out to shake his hand.
Oh, no.
And Josh goes, like, super chill. He goes, hey, man, can you wait till we get out of here?
Got a hold of something right now. Let me finish this up, brother. I'll be right with you.
Like, number one, why don't you wash your hands?
Yeah, give me a second.
And let me wash mine.
Yeah, this is getting gross. Like, what? Hey, give me a second, brother. I'll be right with you.
Man, coming up tonight in the NHL World, Panthers and Rangers. Florida leads 1-0. Rangers need that win. 7 o'clock on ESPN.
I bet on the Rangers and lost.
You bet on Jeopardy, baby. Tonight, Dallas at Minnesota. Minnesota 5.5-point favorite, 7:30 on TNT. Tennessee playing baseball tonight against Mississippi State. Scheduled to be at 6:30. It's going to be well after that. The winner gets Vanderbilt tomorrow. The loser goes home. And the Vandy, Tennessee, or Mississippi State game will be tomorrow at 3:30. Championship game on Sunday. Tennessee beat Alabama in the Super Regional in softball, 3-2. They play tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Tennessee with the win would advance to the Softball World Series. Our thanks to the people at Twin Peaks on Gallatin Pike and all the people that came out to see us. We appreciate that. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe out there, people. We'll reconvene on Tuesday. Love y'all. Good night. God bless.
Go Vols.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you were Traylon Burks or Tajay Spears.
Or Chaz Lanier.
That's right.
Later, y'all.